Hey, are you missing out on your favorite show and or game because it's not available in your region because it's regionally blocked? Because that's real? Kind of thing? Oh, okay. Well, if you're not currently, what if you were later?
Well, that would never happen to me because I have NordVPN.
Aha. And here's the thing. If NordVPN, I think it might be for you. I think you might need to try this. If you're bored of streaming services in your area and you want to try, I don't know, a different area of the world at potentially a different price point, who knows?
Listen, can do that?
You could do that. NordVPN, click of a button, you do just that. No need to travel to Japan for your favorite anime when NordVPN brings it right to you with 5,000 plus server options.
Canceling my plane tickets. I didn't know that.
Reach. Yeah.
You don't have to fly all the way there?
You don't.
Wow.
You can get it all here with NordVPN. Now, here's the deal. We got an exclusive NordVPN deal for you. Go to nordvpn.com/dangle to get a huge discount off your NordVPN plan, plus 4 additional months on top. So you're going to get the deal, and then you're going to get 4+ months on top. It's completely risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. And here's the great thing about NordVPN. It's also great because it's secure and encrypted. NordVPN keeps your information encrypted, so you never need to worry about IP or location getting out. 4 bonus months on top of your deal at nordvpn.com/dangle.
SDP, the Steve Dangle Podcast, with your hosts, Steve Dangle, Adam Wilde, and Jesse Blake.
Let's go! Oh, hello there! By the way, it's so great to see all these beautiful Americans descending upon our fine city and going, whoa, to everything. Whoa!
So
I've covered baseball for 30 years and I didn't know there was a hotel in the Rogers Center.
This is very much a media thing.
They have a Starbucks here?
Man.
What?
However,
where did you guys get McDonald's and where are your igloos?
However little respect you thought Canada was paid on these broadcasts.
Or ever.
Go lower. Go lower. I thought we were overdoing it. I'm like, nah, people know about like Toronto and Canada by now.
No, they don't.
No.
They don't know shit.
Not even sort of a little.
No.
All right. Well,
that's fine.
The hotel in the Rogers Center stuff is so dumb because that was there the last time the Jays were in the World Series.
Yeah, that's been there since day one.
They built that in 1989 with the original Rogers Center. That's been there for all of our lives.
yeah, well, when I acknowledge something in 1993 and then not for the next 32 years, I forget about it too. People who cover baseball have forgotten about the Blue Jays the way I have forgotten about Biker Mice from Mars, which was a great show from my childhood, but I haven't paid attention to it in 32 years, so I don't remember their names.
Right.
And that's why they think Joe Carter is still on the Jays.
I do think it's interesting. Like, there are so many people that it's like, I've never even crossed the border. So many of them are like, I've never been to the country. And listen, like, I understand the United States is 10x our population.
Yeah.
We are a bigger landmass, but we're much smaller population-wise,
Yes.
and there's
10
less,
times.
Yeah, it's not even close.
And therefore, there's less to do here because there are less people and that sort of thing. I get it. But you've never crossed the border one time? Not one time? Not one time.
Working at the zoo, I know the vast majority of Americans are not like this. I know this.
Do you?
But working at I do. But working at the zoo, we get a lot of tourists. And one time, it's like 4 o'clock. Just making small talk with this guy who was in line for something. And he's like, yeah, I got to be in Montreal for 8. And I was like, you need to call whoever you're supposed to meet right away.
You won't be there. Yeah, it's a big country,
was
man.
At the Toronto Zoo.
Oh.
Yeah. If he
4 hours before his dinner in Montreal.
Flying. Yeah.
He probably still know.
Rich dude, helicopter maybe. I need more
dude, if you
details.
go out of the
on this
island
story.
airport.
For me to roast this man, I need more details.
Now,
So he
if
would have
left-
to go in the other direction to get to the airport through Toronto, which is always a dream.
Well,
I don't think he made
Here's
it.
a thought. If he left the zoo at right that moment, if you told him, he'd only be an hour late for dinner, which is Adam Wilde standard time.
That's fair.
So,
That's fair.
you know, like he'd be there. Like, just have the app without me. What are you complaining about?
You know what? You're right. You nailed it. Canada has an East.
I saw one baseball reporter, I don't know even who it was, but they were doing some like the food reviews at the Rogers Center. And like one of the tweets was like, hey, the Blue Jays have brought this out for the World Series, but it was just stuff at the concessions they've had all year long. But this is their first time at the Rogers Center, so they thought this was like a new World Series food. And I was like, that's been there for 162 games plus the playoffs.
Yeah.
This isn't new World Series food. You can't. Everything they're framing is like, look at this brand new thing that Toronto has.
Yeah.
But it's been here.
They built this in honor of the World Series. They built this really tall needle-looking tower.
Yeah.
That's like I think they call it the Space Needle. Like,
did you know that Toronto just got a baseball team for this series?
That's crazy.
That's
MLB
crazy.
gave them the Blue Jays
crazy.
yesterday so that they could play in the World Series.
I want
awesome.
this. I need this to be an exact repeat of the 2019 Raptors run, which is Toronto team in the final versus California team no American city wants to win, followed by a Toronto victory that is immediately ignored and discredited for the rest of time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you're asking for Shohei Ohtani to blow out his ACL. Kevin Durant.
I
didn't ask for that. I'm not a Mariners fan.
Oh.
Hey, you see, because Toronto notably booed when that happened.
Yes.
We were very upset. We were all Drake. We were like, oh, that's awful. That's awful that Durant hurt himself. I want my team to have a worse chance of winning the championship. That's how every sports fan.
Yeah, but then so you can't make fun of the Mariners for doing it if you're.
No, I know that. That's why I'm making fun of myself.
Okay,
and
good.
Toronto.
It was a little complicated.
Toronto.
It was all over the place.
3 jokes you were running at the same time.
Yeah, man. You're just weaving in and out here.
Weaving in and out. You guys, you gotta keep up and get on my level.
Grand Theft Auto when you drive into oncoming traffic with Steve's jokes there. But
Hey, it's a lot of fun.
It has been sort of fun, and it always is sort of fun when Toronto does anything sports-wise. Because in hockey, it wouldn't be this way. Because there are so many Canadian teams. All the American media have been to Canada multiple times. It's not a thing. But in basketball, it was the first time I really realized, I'm like, oh yeah, like, and I get it to a point. It's like sort of, why would you care? Like your country is so big and there's so much happening in your country. I can see why they're not really paying a whole ton of attention to Canada, generally speaking.
Sure. But
the way that like, I expect ESPN to be somewhat educated on it. And when they came up, I was like, this is tough. And I remember that when the Jays were in the playoffs for the first time since like 93 back in 2015, Harold something, who's the guy on the MLB broadcast?
Oh,
because they couldn't Rogers didn't have the rights to do it in the playoffs. We had to watch the American broadcast.
I forget his name.
And he called Lake Ontario an ocean. And Lake Ontario is like, it connects to New York State. Like it's not, that's just geography,
that was
right?
The series where he said turf more than he said baseball.
You're thinking of Harold Reynolds.
Harold Reynolds, that's right. He's a former player.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think in those two instances, I was like, oh, like it was the first time in my life where it really sunk in how little they care. And why I find, I'm not insulted by it. I just find it extremely funny. It's like, whoa, they have McDonald's drive-through here. Here I was thinking that we were ahead of the curve.
My parents, when I was younger, pointed out the way Bob Barker talks to Canadian contestants on The Price is Right.
How did he do it?
And we have Emily visiting from Canada. Yeah. Emily, let's get a hand for Emily. Emily, what would you like to bid? What are you doing?
Did I tell
you guys? She speaks fluent English. What are you doing?
Did I tell you guys what happened? I was in Amsterdam this summer.
No.
Did I tell you what happened? We were on a boat and they did a roll call for everybody. And they were like, where are y'all from? Like, where's everybody from? And everybody in the boat was American.
Of course.
And then there's Natalie and I.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, we're from Toronto. And the entire boat erupted in cheers. We didn't know how to react. I think because, and a lot of them said sorry.
The amount of people who came up to us in California, not having a clue who we are, just came up that we were Canadian, stopped us and shook our hands and apologized.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Was wild.
Crazy. Anyway, I want to do a quick shout out. We haven't done this, and this is totally my fault. But on Saturday at our show, our live show at the Rec Room, which you can see now on the YouTube channel. And there's so many moments in there that are hilarious in retrospect, going, it's too early to break us. And then the Leafs went out and broke us. Monica flew in from Edmonton to come to the show, and we promised to shout her out, and I've completely forgotten. Monica, this is on me. But I just want to say, every show that we do, there's always somebody in there from somewhere that you're like, wait, you flew just to see this?
Yeah.
And we're always just so appreciative of that. And so I think I want to do a better job of shouting those people out. So Monica from Edmonton, we just want to do a quick round of applause. Thank you, Monica.
It's not, you're underselling it. Because it's not flying in to see the podcast, because a lot of people have done that before and like attached us to a part of their trip to Toronto.
It's no big deal, right?
Yeah.
Right. They're like, oh yeah, no, I flew in for this, but then I also attached the Jays game to it, or I'm going to the Leafs tomorrow night and that sort of stuff. Monica flew in that day, that morning.
Right.
Did not book a hotel or anything.
Did not bring luggage.
No, so we gave away these mini sticks to the first 50 people that got tickets and everything. She couldn't take her mini stick because she couldn't bring it on the plane because she didn't have anywhere to store it because she didn't carry anything with her. She flew in that day from Edmonton, spent the day walking around Toronto and that stuff, came to the live show, and then was going to the airport because she didn't have anywhere to stay. So she's going to stay in the airport overnight, and her flight was
Winnipeg.
at like...
She's going to stay in Winnipeg overnight.
was it flying to Winnipeg?
Popping to Winnipeg and then staying there overnight.
Okay, because I think she said her flight's at 6 or something like that. So 6 a.m. and then to Winnipeg and then to Toronto. So she couldn't even carry this mini stick because her whole day was just her purse and her.
Yeah.
Like that's how dedicated she was to coming to our show. It was next level.
We're so appreciative of it.
The show was like good. What if we sucked?
It was before we knew how bad the Leafs truly were.
Oh my God.
So we were still hopeful in the before time, in the long ago.
Long ago.
Now I want to talk about a big issue that happened last night in Montreal. This is a big story with some delicious quotes, and I'm sure the NHL will be finding some people today, or maybe not.
They're finding them.
Now, the Edmonton Oilers jumped out to a 3-1 lead in Montreal last night. Josh Anderson scored right after the game became 3-1. And so it became 3-2, which is cool if you're Montreal because it puts you back in the game.
Sure.
About a minute later, and this is the end of the second period. So that's like 3 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. Cole Caulfield scores. And now we got a tie game and there's only 2 minutes left in the period. And you're saying, well, Adam, what happened to the third? And I would say, no. Let's talk about the second because there's a minute left in the second and Cole Caulfield scores again. So Montreal is up 4-3.
They're pouring it on.
They're out shooting Edmonton 21-14 at that point.
So they're in the driver's seat.
Controlling 66%, according to Eric Engels, of the shot attempts in that matchup to that point. Okay? And then Newhook scores early in the third. So we're now a 5-3 game.
Oiltober is so real.
It's real.
It's the weirdest phenomenon.
But then, because it might be over,
right?
Like October's almost over, Leon Draisaitl scores a power play goal. And when he scores that power play goal in the third, not only does it make the game 5-4, but Josh Anderson gets an unsportsmanlike call.
Oh.
And nobody's really quite sure why. And even the announcers on the broadcast are like, we're pretty sure it's Brendan Gallagher. No, it's Josh Anderson.
So he was on the penalty kill.
Yes.
They got scored on and
he got I'll come back to that because we didn't know why.
Okay.
The Oilers scored again on the next power play.
Brutal.
And then with just about a minute to go, minute 15 left in the game, Vasily Podkolzin roofs a beautiful backhand shot and the Edmonton Oilers win the game.
Oh, they won in regulation.
Yes.
So Montreal got nothing.
Nothing.
Oy.
Now,
that's tough.
After the game, and I'm going to just give you guys some quotes. So let me just break the whole story down and then we will react. The refs, according to Cole Caulfield, the refs kind of took over the game there and kudos to them for winning it.
So, okay, like little anecdote here.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously didn't see what happened in the game last night, but I woke up and saw that quote. I thought, because it's rampant right now, it was AI.
It was not.
But because you see that every morning where a coach, like people send me the Oilers coach freaking out. You guys suck ass.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is this real?
No,
there is not a video of the Oilers coach telling his team that they suck
Chris
ass.
Knobloch. I don't think he would talk like that.
Yeah. Also, it's not Chris Knobloch. It's some random brown-haired man who looks like AI. So I was like,
and his
oh,
face
it's probably
melted
AI.
into his own face, and he has 8 fingers.
Yeah.
On one hand,
and his raccoons are jumping on the trampoline.
Yeah, and Maddie's like, "Oh, that's a real video."
There's a real video. Anyway,
can I play Caulfield?
Yeah, hit it.
Honestly, I'm still trying to figure that out. I think refs kind of took over the game there, and kudos to them for winning it.
Now,
that's awesome.
What I love about that sentence is he can say kudos to them as in he means the Oilers. You can't really.
That might be the only thing that saves him today.
Now,
because it is a little ambiguous.
So the Canadians were called for 3 consecutive penalties in the game, which, if you're used to NHL game management, that's rare. Doesn't happen much.
Right. And
Brendan Gallagher said he identified, according to Eric Engels, the boiling point for the team. He said, "I'm going to be honest with you. It started with Slavkovsky's penalty. I talked to the officials after that one. They admitted it wasn't a penalty and they made a mistake."
Gallagher,
so him coming out and just saying that, woo!
I can't tell you the specifics off the top of my head, but Brendan Gallagher has done this many times where he, what happens on the ice stays on the ice. No, he'll tell you straight up, here's what the ref told me. Mm-hmm. And I don't think they like it.
Adam, I think details aren't your thing. And I think this detail is a little important.
I took it from Eric Engels' article. What did I miss?
5 consecutive penalties.
Oh, well,
that is it.
That is an. I took that from Eric Engels.
Maybe he meant it was 3 consecutive in that period.
Yeah, that's probably what he meant.
In the next sequence, there's 3 in the second, and then 2 more in the third. And then if you want to even count the misconduct at the end of the game, it's 6 consecutive penalties against the Habs. Wow. That's not how.
You're not allowed to look up who was reffing it, by the way.
Oh.
He already did. It's too late.
You gotta put
no. I'm just saying
pylons.
It would have been great. It would have been great because I had a great finish for the segment, Steve.
Okay,
come on. Anyways, Jesse, go ahead.
I think I know where you're going.
Go ahead.
It's okay. Go.
Well, so according to Eric, the Canadians forgave the Slavkovsky penalty. Was that number 1 of 5? By the way, do we know? I don't know which one that was.
It was the third penalty. It was the first one in the third period.
He said the Canadians forgave it and killed the penalty. Not that they forgave it. Well, I don't know if they
don't have much choice.
Don't have a choice.
It was 2 in the second and then 3 in the third plus the misconduct, so 4.
They weren't able to do the same when Matheson went off for the soft tripping call in the 11th minute of the third period. Draisaitl scored. Then Anderson was called for an unsportsmanlike conduct. Either for shooting the puck down the ice or yapping at the official on the call on Matheson. It wasn't clear to us in the press corps. This is Eric referring to the Montreal press corps. So we asked Gallagher what explanation was provided to him because Gallagher, as you mentioned, Steve, will tell you.
Absurd the league doesn't release that information.
Was provided to him when he went to speak to the official about the call. Do you have Gallagher or do you want me to just read it?
No, go ahead and read it.
Unsportsmanlike. The ref thought that Anderson showed him up. He didn't. The fact that you don't know what it is goes to show. And then he said, being an official, you have to understand the temperatures of the game, and that's part of it. You have to control it, especially when it's a close game. We were outplaying them, outshooting them. However, they were getting more power plays than us. We feel like we deserved some. We didn't get them, so fine, we're battling. The Oilers are really good players. They don't need the help.
I found it.
Ooh. You found it.
Started with Slav's penalty. Talked to him after that one. They admitted it wasn't a penalty, made a mistake. It's an emotional game. Temperatures are hot. Understand that. Control the game. Understand, you made a mistake. We're shorthanded again. Give a guy a second. No need to call that. And I thought our guys played a really good game. We were checking their top players, doing what we needed to do. We responded really well. Could we have handled our emotions better? Of course. We'll talk about that. But situations in the game, obviously they got some high-end talent. They don't need the help.
It wasn't clear, though, what the penalty on Josh was.
It was unsportsmanlike. He felt he showed him off. He didn't. The fact that you don't know what it is, goes to show. Being an official is obviously you have to understand the temperatures of the game, and that's part of it. You have to control it. Especially when it's a close game, we were outplaying them, we're outshooting them. They're getting more power plays than us. We feel like we deserve some. We didn't get them. Fine. We're battling. We're playing. It just seems like it's the same story. They're really good players.
Throw a chair.
They have to clean up the fucking the craft table. Like, what are they doing? Jesus, let them talk for 5 minutes.
Oh my god!
All right. Anyways,
you're scrumming. Who's in the back, like clanging dishes together?
Jesse, can you pull up Marty St. Louis post game while Steve gets to his point, and then I'm gonna bring something up.
2 things.
Oh my god!
Whenever a player is in the middle of their career and we say they're going to have a great future in broadcasting, we're almost always wrong. Gallagher, I think, is going to have a great career if he chooses to. Point 2. Ooh, he's flying just above the fine zone. Oh,
But he's a veteran. He knows.
he's buzzing.
Now, but here's what you run though. If you cross that line, there's obviously a league suspension or fines or whatever. The issue though is when you criticize the officials, other officials get a little bit rankled about that, then you'll never get another call again the rest of the year because they act like a gang. Now, you've already looked this up, but I always thought this game was fun, and one of your favorite guys was reffing this game.
Oh, really?
Garrett Rank.
Well, Adam,
And by that I mean one of your least favorite guys.
Oh, that's not who I had my eye on.
Was it the other guy?
No, let's where'd it go? Because you made me get off
Chris Schlenker?
Chris Schlenker, Adam.
Why Chris Schlenker? What's the deal?
From Medicine Hat, Alberta.
Oh.
No.
Wow.
You don't get to do this every time a Toronto thing happens and I don't get to play. An Alberta ref. Isn't that interesting? An Alberta ref was part of the most egregiously officiated game so far this season in favor of the Oilers. No. You sit there and take your lumps. We get to do it too. Shut up. Wait, let me see the linesman. Where are BC and Ontario. You win this round.
All right.
But the next time they're from Alberta, I'm on your ass.
Now, Jesse.
Yeah.
We got the Marty St. Louis press conference.
Was there a specific quote you wanted from it?
What he was talking about when he talked about the video review. I
think that was done in French.
Oh, was it done in French?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's translated.
So
I've been doing Duolingo. Let me try.
Here, no, I'll play it. Steve.
And then I'll translate it after.
Honnêtement, ça dépend comment tu vois ça. C'est sûr c'est facile d'être frustré du résultat.
Okay, pause. He asked where the library is.
C'est sûr, mais c'est sûr, les Oilers, ils ont gagné sur le tableau. À ce soir, ils ont pas battu. J'espère juste que...
Okay, he's asking the teacher for permission to go to the bathroom.
On regarde du vidéo pour essayer de s'améliorer. J'espère que la Ligue va faire la meilleure.
I'm done with this bit. I don't know French.
Okay. I will tell you that
I'm trying, but I don't.
Marty St. Louis, the translation is the Oilers won tonight, but they didn't beat us. As coaches, we watch video and try to get better. I hope the league goes through the same process. That might be crossing the line. That's close. Flying close to the sun. And again, I love it. Please do more of this. We need to call this out when it happens because I know the broadcasters won't do it because the NHL will call them and say you better retract that statement.
Mm-hmm. How many times did Sheldon Keefe get fined as a Leaf coach? At least 2, right?
I don't even.
It'd be great to go back and look at those and be like, what did he say to get fined? But usually it was on the ice. There was a game where Graham Skilleter was the ref, and I don't know if he was fined for this, but you can read his lips clear as day. Fuck you, Graham. You just can't do that. I don't think St. Louis is going to get fined.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Gallagher's going to get fined.
Mm-hmm.
One of 2 things is going to happen with Caulfield. He gets fined and it's over. He doesn't get fined and the refs get their lick back.
They're going to get their lick back. The refs are not going to take this line down. Listen, Canadiens fans, I know you've had a great start to the season. Team looks awesome.
Sure.
If you ever get another call go your way the rest of the year, I'll be shocked. And that's not because you don't deserve it. You deserve to be pissed. You're absolutely right. And that's why the NHL is going to punish you for it.
Today is October 24th. Where are the Montreal Canadiens in penalty differential? And let's revisit where they are by the end of the season.
They're going to be like the Calgary Flames in 2016 after Weidman. They're going to be...
A lot of refs should have lost their jobs.
Yeah, like 32nd in the league in penalties for.
That's because that blatant match fixing. That's what that is. It's match fixing. They decided we're calling one team out of 30 at the time differently than the rest. That is match fixing. You are a cheater.
Yeah.
turn in your uniform or whatever it is refs do when they're fired, you are a cheat and do not deserve your job.
What is surprising to me about this is that Anderson penalty is so consequential to the outcome of this game. And this is where obviously Montreal has its beef. And I think what I find frustrating about the process as it currently stands is that even the press doesn't know, and they're watching, doesn't really know why he... And what does Brendan Gallagher mean by Josh Anderson showed him up? As in, does he insulted him? He called him bad at his job? Like,
Typical
what does that
press. Like, they're so lazy. Read the report. Just read the report.
These referees, like, he's calling an unsportsmanlike conduct because his feelings got hurt. Right? I assume something was said or that somebody looked pissed at him and his feelings got hurt. He's like, you don't do that to me. I'm the guy in the stripes.
Which
you must respect me. And they called the penalty, which is bullshit.
And we've spoken about this before. It's hockey. Hockey is full of hockey guys.
Yeah.
And hockey guys will never cop to this. But the relationship between players and refs in hockey is insane. Mm-hmm. It's the same. Honestly, it's the same in baseball. It's similar in basketball. I'm sure the language barrier in soccer might be the only thing saving them from getting abused, right? Like, just because guys are from so many different places. But every mic'd up segment you hear from a player talking to a ref, it's them screaming "fuck you" at each other.
Well,
you can hand out.
Fine. That's fine.
No, it isn't.
Things, yeah, it is, Steve. Like, listen, high
It's not
game.
smart.
Okay, but if the refs will also say "fuck you" back,
That's what I'm saying.
I just feel like that to me is inconsequential. It's the actions.
Well, it
that
obviously
matter.
isn't.
Well, no, the actions that matter though, because it's like words. Okay, like it's a hockey game. It's high intensity. People are yelling "fuck you" at each other. Who cares?
Yeah.
To me, it's about why. How many fuck yous until it's an unsportsmanlike?
Well, this is what I'm saying. So it's an arbitrary. You can't cross the line when the line is arbitrary.
Like if he had a bad sleep and his patience level is this.
He made up the line in his head.
Yeah.
So listen, as a player, bad idea to yell "fuck you" at the ref. Bad idea. I get it. You're leaving it in their hands. And some nights you can get away with 10. Last night you couldn't get away with 0.5, it looks like.
And
the over-under on
all
fuck yous.
arbitrary. Like it's all arbitrary. They make it up as they feel on the ice or whatever they want to do that day, and it's bullshit.
Well, and like the ref, I think it was Kyle Palmieri in the Islanders Red Wings game. You want the slash or the cross check? And I'm watching like both. That's your job.
Hey, if those are both penalties, then you should call them both, and it should be a double minor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. How much of the game do you want to be on the? It's
don't do that.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, subwoofer guy.
Yeah. Sorry.
In my face.
I spat on my.
You were looking down.
friend.
You didn't see
Yeah,
the direct.
Well, now you're
disgusting,
really
and I
close.
regret it. I'm sorry.
And you've been sick for 3 weeks. It's great.
Yeah, it's
either
cool.
great.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I tested negative for give it a fuck. No, I'm kidding.
That's funny.
Thank you. The relationship between refs and players is completely insane. And like, just to get this out of the way early in the season, because we have to mention it all the time, in 05-06, they changed the rules. So there were a lot of penalties. And the league decided this was too many penalties, which was true. It was true. Too much of 05-06 was spent on the power play. It was too much spent on special teams for everyone. And their solution to this was just ease up.
Yep.
Give the players time to adapt. Nope.
Or
we're just going to go backward.
Or explain yourself after the game. And that's the thing. It's a shame. Edmonton, listen.
Because it's arbitrary and unjustifiable most of the time. And that's why they don't.
And Edmonton's fine with it. But I don't think they'd be fine with it. Like, because inevitably for every team, it'll come and bite you.
Well, it's this time last year, McDavid was whining.
Yeah.
Right? So, and justifiably.
I also don't like that when people talk about the refs, that they're all considered whiners. No, that's called launching a legitimate, valid complaint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When there's no complaints department. Like, that's the funny thing about NHL refereeing is there's this 24-hour cooling off period the NHL has where, team presidents and GMs are not allowed to call the NHL for 24 hours so they have a cooling off period.
Always good to delay getting anything
you know what,
done.
though? I do understand that.
I understand it, yeah.
Because you don't want your mouth to write checks that,
Sure.
the team has to then cash.
Sure.
But I feel like there's no legitimate way to say, hey, that was poorly done. Because refs ultimately are human beings and they're going to have bad nights. I don't understand why there can't be we got that wrong. Oh, well. That's what the NBA does. Yeah, we got the call wrong, but fuck you anyway.
They changed the score in the middle of the game.
Sure.
As a hockey fan, I couldn't believe it the first time I saw it.
But sure. But my point is that when it's done after the game, there's nothing you can do about it. But they'll just admit that they're wrong and everybody moves on. That's all anybody wants here. Like the NBA literally is, we got it wrong, but still fuck yourself. The NHL is just fuck yourself. And
and they seemed okay with that. With the Slafkovsky. It shouldn't have been a penalty. And they go,
because they're human beings.
Yeah, and
you're allowed to make mistakes.
And that happens all the time.
Yeah.
But then it kept happening.
Yep. Yeah. Garrett Rank, baby. Love a Garrett Rank game.
Before we move on from the Habs here, I just wanted to shout out Chris Habs 360 with the translation on the St. Louis comments he had there. He did the translation. So
thanks, Chris Habs.
It deserves a shout
Chris
out.
Habs.
Where's my thanks? I nailed it.
Again, I
Did you successfully get to the washroom?
Yeah, I did.
We
BetMGM is an official sports betting partner of the National Hockey League and is everything for the action on the ice, but it does go beyond hockey. And the conversation and the focus tonight is going to be on the World Series, Jesse.
This is the prime situation where you get to hedge your happiness.
Oh, no.
Hedging happiness.
Hedge your happiness. I've brought this up a million times. If you heard me talk about betting, you've heard me say this before. You're a Blue Jays fan. The World Series is starting.
Yes.
You put your money on the Dodgers to win. If the Blue Jays lose, you get money. If the Blue Jays win, you get a World Series. You are hedging your happiness. Either way, you get a trophy at the end, either money or the actual championship. Steve and Adam,
I can't do it.
Would you do this? Are you going to do this? Is this a bad way to spend your money?
I can't do it.
I would do this, except I would slip and click the Blue Jays team.
Steve, if you had just put money on the Leafs every time in game sevens, you might have two pools.
I'd have,
Dude, you could have bet your house 7 years in a row.
Yeah.
Gold-plated.
And you would be happy at the end because you got money at least for your sorrow.
You'd be
right?
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to game 7.
If the Jays and Dodgers are in game 7 here, you got to put money on the Dodgers.
No.
You won't hedge your happiness?
You can't do that.
You won't hedge your happiness.
No.
Boo.
Listen, BetMGM app has improved its lineup this season to include instant withdrawals, data insights, and brand new rewards hubs. Download the BetMGM app today and enjoy the NHL like never before. It's BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. 19 plus to wager. Ontario only. Please play responsibly. If you have any questions or concerns about your gambling or somebody close to you, please contact Connects Ontario 1-866-531-2600 to speak to an advisor free of charge. BetMGM operates pursuant to an operating agreement with iGaming Ontario.
Do you want to win this Kyler Murray Arizona Cardinals jersey? All you have to do is hit the link in the description and join Drew and Stu Pickup and finish in first place for week number 9. So next week of the NFL season, the winner in first place is going to get this awesome Kyler Murray jersey. So hit the link and join now.
Okay, now, going around the league here. Flames are 0-6-1 since their opening night win against Edmonton. Earlier this week, right after we did our last episode, Dustin Wolf said, I can't generate offense.
Just get one of those Alberta refs in there, right?
I am wondering, first off, the Calgary Flames, I didn't think were very good. Now I know they're not. And they were primed for a team that would regress this year. We know that. Everybody thought that. It was a miracle run last year that they got that close to the playoffs. So here's the question. Huberdeau's out. You got Kadri, who's 34. You got a interdivision rival who just lost their second line center, who probably, if we're being honest, ought to look at their long-term health. Philip Hedl.
Thank you.
And
I was like,
who
are you talking about?
Listen, I hate to be matchmaker here, But doesn't Kadri to Vancouver make a ton of sense?
Oh my God.
And Calgary warms up that seat for Gavin McKenna because they got a new arena coming in like 18 months.
2027.
Yeah. 18 months, baby. Let's go. I just feel like that just makes too much sense, doesn't it?
Kadri, Evander Kane, the Vancouver fan base and media. Yeah. I'm going to need a 30, like, forget the games.
Sure.
First of all, I want all the games nationally.
Yes.
They should all be national.
Yep.
And I want a 30-minute HBO style breakdown, Amazon style breakdown after every game.
Yeah.
Every single game. Yeah, give me that drama immediately. No.
Calgary needs to do the right thing and start selling at some point this season. I don't think they should think that they couldn't go for this thing and like still be a playoff team like they were in the hunt last year and just barely missing out. Like they are primed to do a quick kind of retool here and reset this franchise over the next couple seasons.
Because they've already sort of done some of the things that they should have done. Like they have their goalie of the future. They have some pieces to build around, Parekh, Scoralato, Zari. Like, it's a lot of teams start from nothing.
Right, yeah.
They are screwed, and they're going to be screwed for a very long time. I don't really think that's the Flames.
And the Flames in their
No.
entire history have never had a first overall pick.
Damn.
Never once.
It'd be crazy if after leaving the WHL, Gavin McKenna ends up right back
Yeah.
right back in Alberta.
It makes a lot of sense. You know, you got pieces too that you can get something substantial back for. Like Kadri's no trade clause was removed starting this season.
Yeah, 13 team.
It's now a 13 team no trade list. So you have the freedom to move him, and at $7 million, you can get something good. And even with Huberdeau, I'm sure Huberdeau wants to be in the playoffs again, and I'm sure there's an agent who works for him that would accept a trade to somewhere else.
I have to be
with a
honest though,
playoff team.
I feel like 10.5 is a lot for teams to swallow for the next little bit. He would be for a team, like if you can get Calgary to retain on him.
Yeah, that'd be the thing.
Listen, like crazy story. You know what Toronto needs? It seemingly is a setup man who's big and rangy.
Even if you're not even retaining too much, like it's a $2, maybe $3 million retain. Huberdeau at $8 million, I think, still at his age of 32 and what he can be at his peak is good value.
Jess, what if like you look at Huberdeau and you think like what the San Jose Sharks retained to give Carlson to Pittsburgh? It was like, wasn't it like $1 million? It was like nothing.
1.5.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like I feel like there's deals to be made there if they really want to do them. And for Vancouver, the reason I bring them up is Max Sasson, which is a hell of a name. McSasson is their second line center right now. He has 34 career NHL games. He is their second line center.
He scored.
He did. She's got 3 and 5 actually.
Well, damn.
But he is their not ideal for a team with playoff aspirations.
No, you never know.
No, you're right. You don't. He had as many goals in 29 games last year.
I was just looking at the salary breakdown of Huberdeau's deal. I hope he bought a house in Calgary. I really do.
Really?
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
No.
No. No.
There's
Why?
no bonus structure, right?
So he had a bonus 2 years ago of $7 million, $7 million last year, $7 million this year. So all that's paid. Next year, that signing bonus goes up to 9.5 for the next 2 years, followed by 7, 9.5 again, and 5. He is in year 3 of 8. He is staying put.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is not going anywhere. They have other guys, man, like Rasmus Anderson and Kadri, obviously. Backlund, I assume, is going to stay. You never know. He's on a shortish deal, if I remember correct. Again, like I don't think they're going to be screwed for a long period of time.
I just think in Vancouver's window, Kadri kind of fits that. I know he's on the older end of what you'd ideally want, but they're going for it now.
Kane, Kadri, Garland.
Just total
Oh
bastards.
my God. Sherwood.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my
Although
God.
if I was Calgary, I'd be wanting Sherwood, but you're not trying to win now.
Zero shot.
Yeah.
Zero shot.
Interesting. It's going to be or it could be, DeBrusk, Kadri, Besser.
Oh my God.
I don't think any of us believe that Calgary is going to turn it around, right?
No.
This is one of those teams where you got off to a slow start, and we kind of believe that that's who they are.
I think in order for them to make the playoffs, they need to have a perfect season. No one can get hurt. No one can go cold. And
That's already not.
It's already their perfect season's already out the window.
And you know what's going to give them the most value? And I know this is probably an unpopular conversation in Calgary, but you have a right shot defenseman who's awesome in Mackenzie Weegar.
Yep.
Making $6.25 million. That will get you a monster haul.
Yeah, but that's somebody who's signed when the arena opens. Like if you're retooling for 27, like he's fantastic value. I don't think there's any reason to trade Weegar.
I don't think they need to strip it
and
down.
cheap and talented, and he can be around for a long time when you're trying to be competitive.
I guess my thing is that if we're at, because CJ was saying that if Calgary stepped up with an 8-year deal for Rasmus Anderson, he might consider staying. In which case it'd be like, well, man, Anderson's 28, Weegar's 31. We're not going to win much in Weegar's window. I know he's got a no trade, but like people can waive those.
Weegar plays both sides.
Yeah, I don't know. Just a thought.
Again.
It falls off a lot after Weegar, Ball, and Anderson. It's like,
I think you need to hang on to. They're not trying to tear it down like the Sharks or Blackhawks, right?
Yeah.
Your takeaway should be, no matter how they finish this year, the organization is not in bad shape.
Yeah.
I
think trading Weegar is too much. Like you're digging your hole.
What about a guy like Blake Coleman? Almost
yeah,
$5 million.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend any time saying no. Keep Blake Coleman. No, if there's a deal to be had for Blake Coleman.
That is prime overpay for this guy.
Even like a Lamborghini there, $2 million or something.
Yeah,
a UFA. Don't need to spend any time. If you want to trade Lamborghini for something, do it.
But consider he rules.
And he rules so much.
Fun.
That guy rocks.
I want him bad.
60.
Yo,
attitude per 60.
Rockstar per 60.
Yeah.
Shirt off every time a camera is present per 60.
Through the roof.
Yeah.
Now a lot is being made in Vancouver. Sorry, Calgary, but the segment really is about the Canucks. A lot is being made in Vancouver about Elias Pettersson, and the stat line sucks. 8 games, 1 goal, 3 assists. That sucks. That's roughly the points per game that he had all of last year. And before you tell me, but Adam, it's only 8 games. That's 10% of the season. I'm sorry, but we need to start looking at things in chunks.
Some people get to say that. Some people get to say that. Some people don't.
Yep.
He does not.
He doesn't, because
McDavid gets to say that. He's Connor McDavid.
Yes. McDavid had how many points last year? He's cold to start the year. It's Connor McDavid. He'll be fine.
Pettersson,
there's no evidence that he'll be fine.
Pettersson hasn't been good for a year and a half.
Yeah, he's like like him and Matthews. I'm like, when are either of you going to have an elite game again?
Man,
straight up.
We've already had that conversation.
No, straight up.
They haven't played since.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I think it could start tonight in Buffalo for the Leafs.
Your best players, your highest paid players, they have to be your best.
Now, this clip's a little bit long, but the press does ask Adam Foote about Pettersson's 5-on-5 time, which was quite low. Have a listen.
Adam, Elias Pettersson had the lowest ice time at 5-on-5 among your center group in Pittsburgh the other night. Why was that?
Why did he have the lowest ice time 5-on-5?
Yes, among your center group.
Can you give me his ice time on the special teams? Do you remember it?
Not offhand, no.
You don't remember it?
He was 4 on power play and 2 on a PK.
Oh, he was 8 minutes special teams. And probably 2 shifts in the last 8 minutes because we're down 5-1, or the last probably 6 or 7 minutes. I don't know exactly. So when you're playing 8 minutes on special teams, mainly because of our injuries, and those are harder minutes, killing penalties, things like that. And then you take the 3 games in 3.5 days where you look at Washington physical hockey and three hard road games, and he played really good. So you try to manage, hard penalty kill minutes, hard PK minute at 20 shifts when, you're getting 8 minutes compared to the previous year. He's probably, my guess is he's averaging 4 to 5 minute special teams. So when you're up an 8 minute mark and you're down 5-1 and you had a three games in 3.5 days, you're trying to manage a guy physically, not put him in a place to get injured either. You're playing those hard minutes in a game, and you want to win till the end, and we're always in striking distance. Even at 5-1, we're thinking about it like we gave him a couple more offensive draws or things like that to see if we can get a quick one. But I would say when you look at the overall statistics, it's harder to play. Harder minutes are, in my opinion, are going to be special team minutes, which his are up from last year. So if we really want to dig in it, and we can, he's probably a minute on average less 5-on-5 of the year, but probably 2 minutes if we really focus on the PK of the last 3 or 4 games compared to the first 3, where he's more of a PK guy. We wanted to get him in gradually so he wouldn't get caught, where you have to go learn it when you play it. Then he's probably off a minute on PK, or sorry, 5-on-5 overall, but
he's getting into Scott Steiner territory.
Yeah, we can pause
minutes.
it. Okay, we get it. He's answered the question 3 times.
Yeah.
But first off, here's the first problem with that. He didn't do his math right. I, not math guy, am calling him out. He did 4 minutes on the power play, 2 on penalty. That is not 8 minutes. That's 6
Samoa
minutes.
Joe, they say all men are created equal, but I know that's such.
Also, I want to say
it's the Scott Steiner math.
I also want to say, so he did 4 minutes on the power play, 2 on PK. Those are good hard minutes, as he said. I'm sorry, but are we trying to claim that power play minutes are harder than 5-on-5 minutes? Is that what we're doing?
Interesting.
Is that really an argument we're going to make here? Because here's what I hear, and this is what I see, and you guys tell me what you think. What I see is a player that's making $11.5 million, has been struggling for 18 months since he signed the contract, and Adam Foote is brilliantly...
Oh, yeah. That was a great answer. Very good answer.
Talking them out. Actually, well, you don't see it the way we see it. Here's how we see it internally.
Uh-huh.
And full respect to him because it takes the spotlight off Pettersson.
It was a very, very, very good answer.
But for me, that's an organization covering for a player that they hope rebounds.
Yeah, and that's part of the job.
Yeah.
That's part of the job, and I thought he did a great job.
What the reporter is asking not a legitimate question, I've seen out there.
No.
That's a great question.
All involved
and it's a
did their
question
job.
I still have.
Everyone involved did.
I had nothing wrong with anything in that interaction.
I think
the question was good and the answer was good.
What
am I supposed to be upset about?
I think
here?
Vancouver is concerned about Elias Pettersson, as they should be.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, he's not going to be able to cover anymore. Like, we're 4 or 5 games away from people going, okay, yeah, I don't really care about how many minutes he played. Why isn't he scoring?
I think it might have been 4 or 5 games ago.
No, but that's too early in the season, Steve. You're not allowed to ask it.
Oh, right.
That's not early enough.
Here, wait. Here's how he could have answered that better. Here, so can you ask me the question?
So Elias Pettersson played the least amount of minutes 5-on-5 of any of your centermen on Tuesday night, whatever it was. Can you explain why that might be?
Can you explain why they might be? I think you should have done that.
Let me tell you who.
That would have been better.
Hey, okay, here you go. Here's a good one, Jesse.
Yeah.
Jesse, Steve, don't look at the roster. Name 2 of the 3 Vancouver centermen currently playing, and I gave you one.
Oh, Max Sasson.
Max
Sass
Sasson.
Army. Yeah.
And Piotr Spluzers.
No.
Nils Amon.
Damn. Who's the other one? It's another great name.
It's not Piotr Spluzers?
No.
Nils
At least not
Amon.
last game. I think Bluger's out.
It's another great name.
That's right. Atu Ratty. So when they're asking that question, the context is your other 3 centermen played more 5-on-5, and their names are Sasson, Ratty, and Amon.
I believe it's Ratu.
Oh, Ratu.
Because Finns like to be like
Atu Ratu.
That's how you say it.
So
wow and yikes.
So yeah, that's why that question really matters, right? That's in that context. Again, Adam Foote does a brilliant job going, yeah. Guys, this really fucking matters. And that's why I bring up Kadri. I think if Vancouver really wants to do some damage this year, and everybody agrees they got a talented roster, they can't be stuck with the Nashville, we don't have anybody up center thing. They can't. They're going to have to do something.
In Vancouver, if Vancouver made the playoffs with him on the roster, with Kane, with Sherwood, with DeBrusk, what a pain in the ass. Garland, I forgot.
He's so
who's
good.
Playing so good.
I love Garland so much.
Man, that's no fun at all. Ew and yuck.
Mm-hmm.
Ew and yuck times 10.
Buddy. I don't know. I see. Here's the thing with Vancouver. The reason I bring this up, guys, is because I look at Vancouver's roster. I'm like, that's a really good team. And I know Heedle's out, and we don't know for how long, but there's real talent there. It's just a lot less talented than they were a couple years ago when they were super dysfunctional.
They're a bit of a better version of the Preds, who part of the reason we thought they were going to be good last year is their strength on the wing. But then we sort of looked up the middle and we went, oh.
And so the Preds solution to that was to trade 2 centers for nothing.
Yeah.
Novak and Tomasino.
Yeah. So they don't know what they're doing.
That's clear.
I think Vancouver does. And also they have good goaltending, and they have I almost said Roman Josi. They have Quinn Hughes.
Yeah.
They've greatly improved their D-core. There's a lot to like in Vancouver, but if there was, maybe the better comparable is Montreal, actually, because we're like, hey, this is a good team. There's lots of things to be excited about.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your second line center? Most teams would kill for one problem to solve. So
I think that's all they have. Vancouver's defense is great.
Well, that and their best player is awful.
Well, second best. Quinn Hughes is their best player.
I mean, yeah. But I think before Hughes really popped off,
there was a question.
That's not what we thought.
No.
We thought it was Pettersson's going to be future captain. He's going to be the pillar of their offense, and he's anything but.
Now, Jesse.
Yeah.
Canucks are 4-4-0.
Yeah.
We've been whining about the Leafs. They're 3-3-1.
Mm-hmm.
So technically the Canucks record's better. They have a better winning percentage.
Damn.
How long of a runway do the Canucks truly have before the temperature is really up? We're 10 or 8 games in here. 10%.
Yeah. You have a little bit here because it's about where they should be. Because this game that you're referring to about the Pettersson time on ice thing, that was Tuesday's loss against Pittsburgh, which wasn't a good game at all for Vancouver. They lost 5-1. But in that game, when you look at it, Pittsburgh's on a heater. Pittsburgh was really good to start the season. You got beat by a team that's playing much better hockey than you.
Yeah.
Then yesterday, Vancouver goes out there and they have no offense against a terrible Preds team. They lose that game 2-1. And the time on ice is kind of fixed in that Preds game.
Yep.
So we have like a game's worth of evidence after those questions. And Pettersson's time on ice, I think, is the second highest after a couple seconds in 5-on-5 amongst the centermen on the team. He played 20 plus minutes over the whole game. That's good. Things are fixed there. But he got a ton of PP time, and they weren't able to beat this bad Preds team. If they're on the road here, another game, it's okay. It's early. You're willing to excuse it. But you want them to pick up a couple more victories here along the way just so they can break that 500 barrier there, because they shouldn't be right at playing 500 all season. Like this team, I think, has
they're too good.
Bottom of the end of the West playoff aspirations. They should be anywhere from the 4 to the 8 seed, somewhere in there. So they need to start going 6-4 through 10. They need to start going 7-3 through 10, in those little touch points in the season. If they don't start picking up offensively, I think there's time to panic, but there's room here to wait for this team.
What kills me with the Canucks is I feel like we've had the exact same conversation about them for a very long time. Like, they have the talent. They should be good. And they very rarely are. They were once. And I was like, see? I was right the whole time. They're going to win the division. And then
they did.
Last year happened. No,
they won the division the year before.
I said they were going to win it this year, or last year. Sorry, and they super didn't. I mean, the Canucks and Rangers each had a season that got away from them, and they said, "What if we made a trade?"
Yeah, the schedule too, like the loss to Preds there. That's the last game of a 5-game road trip.
Yep.
You can excuse it as a schedule loss, but you have an opportunity there to go 4-1 on your 5-game road swing to start a season. Like, that's really good. And you kind of squander that. You end up 3-2. So you look at those things and say, hey, we want to get those. And if this is the middle of the season we're fighting, that's something that's really going to hurt. But every game matters. As we know with the Jays, they won the division on a tiebreaker against the Yankees. So every game in October matters as much as the ones in April.
Stop telling me they don't.
They totally
I hate
do.
that.
It's such bullshit.
I hate that.
But if you want to console the Canucks fans and you look at it from maybe a long-term view. It's a schedule loss, the one to the Preds. So
Yeah.
pick it up here against Montreal on Saturday. Montreal, they're leading the division. They're playing really well, and they're going to be feisty coming off the
hungry.
loss. But they're traveling to you. You're playing at home. You're coming back. Get that win.
And by the way, big shout out to Pittsburgh. The only friggin' game they got skunked this year is the one I was at.
They're on
a hot streak though, man.
You
They
should
look
go
good.
get that jersey and throw it on.
I should.
You show them some
I should.
love.
I
Like,
should.
They're really good.
And I am showing them love.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to last, but I wish them the best.
Man,
I don't think they want it to last. Like, I don't think that's their goal.
I don't know.
No, you know what?
Sidney Crosby wants this to last.
Yeah, well, Sid does. Sid for sure does.
But like the
Kyle's
unexpected
like, man,
performances.
Sid, don't fuck this up for me. I could trade this first round pick for 2 seconds and a third. I can't wait to trade down. You can't do this to me, Sid.
no, you load it up with Connor Dewar and
Yeah.
Justin Brazeau.
Hey, hockey fans, NHL hockey cards are back at Tim Hortons. And listen, it's getting towards the end of the month here. You got to get in there and get your cards, collect your favorite players, trade with your friends, take your shot at exclusive prizes. Don't miss out. Head to your local Tim's today to grab a pack while they last. And we just opened another pack, and Steve smelled
I'll
it
go
because
first.
he's weird.
I
love
got
them.
Shaq Hyman.
Oh, that's great.
Front of the net presence, Zach Hyman.
But he's got
And-
0 points this year, Jesse.
Well, 54 goals in 23-24.
Yeah, but he hasn't scored any this year because he hasn't played.
True North heroes. Another former Leaf who should still be a Leaf. Nazem Kadri.
Stop that.
What?
Stop that. That's
What?
ridiculous. Stop.
And what?
Stop.
Adam,
I got to...
can you complete the 3 Canadian team trifecta?
A guy who,
No.
surprise, surprise, is on LTIR again.
Oh, Stone?
Mark Stone.
Oh, Team Canada, though.
Team Canada, and was an Ottawa Senator for a while.
There you go. That counts. That's good.
That's
happened. Good enough. Good enough.
So listen, here's the deal. Get in there now because the time is almost up. Tim Hortons NHL hockey trading cards. Grab a pack today. Visit your local Tim Hortons or download the Tim's app to start collecting Tim Hortons NHL hockey trading cards. Speaking of Toronto sports, by the way, tonight I should have mentioned this off the top of the episode. Jesse will be streaming the Blue Jays. I will be streaming the Leafs tonight. So the Leafs game's been moved up. It is in Toronto because the Raptors are at home tomorrow. No, it's not in Toronto?
So
Opposite.
When's the home opener for the Raptors?
No, the Leafs thing is a Buffalo game.
Yes.
In Buffalo.
That's what I mean.
Wasn't moved up.
It wasn't.
It's 7 o'clock start. Tomorrow's game on Saturday was moved
But
up.
I thought the Leafs game was originally 7:30 tonight.
Actually, you know what? He might be right.
It was originally 7:30. So they did move it up to 7.
30 minutes. Okay.
That's all I meant. They didn't move it up to 5. But tomorrow it's going to be 5. So the way it's going to work is I'm obviously going to have a stream and Jesse's going to have a stream for the World Series. And as soon as my stream's done, I'm just going to wrap up and fire everybody over to Jesse. And then Steve is going to do his stream 5 to 8. And Jesse will pick it up at 8 and go to the World Series thing.
Yeah, and I'm going to shoot LFR for a Leaf Sabres game while everyone's watching the World Series.
You could wait till the World Series is over.
No. I couldn't.
On the Leafs, Morgan Riley is not playing tonight. He's a maybe for tomorrow. Robertson is scratched. Cowan is in.
Okay.
And multiple outlets have reported that the Leafs are kicking tires on Chinikov from Columbus. And he at one point had 23 goals. Last year, he was scratched a lot down the stretch and obviously requested a trade midsummer.
He is exactly what they've been going after. Guys who were awesome 2 or 3 years ago
and are not currently.
and have not been recently.
I want to start with Riley. Jesse, do you get the sense that Riley might have been hurt before last game, like before the Devils game? Was there any indication? So that happened during the Devils game, you think?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, but he didn't seem hurt.
Okay.
I mean, if he's a maybe for tomorrow, my guess is it's not serious.
Mm-hmm.
So
I just wondered if he'd been battling something. Because often guys are. So that means no Tanev, no Riley tonight. That means Mermis and Philip Myers are in. So this will be an interesting defense pairing night.
I don't know what they do there.
I don't yet know what the lines are going to be in terms of, unless they played these out at practice, but I remember Nick Robertson being in the lineup at practice. I'm pulling up Mark Masters' lines here.
If I remember correctly, it is McMahon, Matthews, Nylander.
The new look first.
Nyes, Tavares, Michelli.
Yep. Joshua Waugh and Cowan.
Joshua Waugh Cowan is a very interesting line.
And then Lawrence, Domi, Yarncroke.
That is 3 men.
Yeah, I just try Cal Yarncroke at center, man.
Listen,
Lawton could make his return here soon too.
You really have an opportunity to save your season over these next 2 games, and I don't mean points in the standings. And I mean, at the end of the day, it is game 8 and 9, right? Playoffs will not be made or missed based on these next 2 games and the games that you've had so far. But last night, with seconds left in a 7-2 game, the Detroit Red Wings made general body contact with Matthew Schaefer.
I'm going to bring it up.
And
if you want it.
Islanders, we don't have to get into depth, but they abandoned the game.
Yeah.
That's enough. Confetti gloves. We're beating your ass because you cannot touch Matthew Schaefer. Middle finger. You may not touch him. There was a Sharks game last week, I think, or a few days ago. Sharks versus Utah. Macklin Celebrini got touched. Nope. Wrong. Incorrect. And the Sharks all stopped what they were doing and started beating asses and scrumming, at very least. Easton Cowan and Anthony Stolarz repeatedly get their ass beat. Nothing. So you have a divisional...
Bobby McMahon.
And Bobby McMahon, and that's it. You have a divisional rival, back-to-back nights, home and home. You have the opportunity here to show the rest of the league and yourself what you're made of. The best thing the Buffalo Sabres could do over the next 2 games is just play hockey. Don't get in anyone's face. Do not engage the Leafs, who are deeply unengaged and uninterested in this season so far. They're a heartless team at the moment, and they can save it with a little bit of hate over the next 2 days.
I kind of like the lineup. I don't mind it at all.
Me too.
I like Nylander getting that shot with Matthews. I know there's a lot of Matthews hate coming in the market, talking about how he needs a babysitter on that line. You know,
he doesn't.
This is Mitch, and now he's got Nylander. But I don't think it's that. I just think just it makes your team better as a whole to have this elite first line.
Yeah,
and
Matthews doesn't need a babysitter, which is why I've been angry.
Exactly.
So why do you stay?
And I like that Yarncroke's still in there. Robertson, healthy scratch, but that's his life as a Leaf. And Cowan getting back in on that third line with Waugh and Joshua doesn't look too bad.
Jesse, what's the role for McMahon? What are they telling him to do?
McMahon's got to be in the puck guy. Like, go get it, hand it to these guys, and go do the stuff that you're out on as the third most important guy on the line to do. And McMahon's good at that. Like, I've loved McMahon this year. I think he's one of the lone highlights of the Leafs lineup where you look at a guy and you say that guy's performing above what we expected. So I like the shot that he's got this shot on the top line. I think he's earned it through his play.
That line scored almost 100 goals last year.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'm curious how the chemistry works.
I'm curious too. And Nyes, Tavares, Michelli is interesting because it felt like Michelli was just like another, like he brought a lot of what Nylander did, only Nylander scores a lot more, obviously. Is that, I guess he's sort of the setup man on that line with Tavares and Nyes. And I'm curious. So I'm assuming Nyes is puck retriever. I'm assuming Tavares is stand in front of the net and Michelli is make plays.
Yep.
Yeah.
That seems to be what it is.
I like the fact that Nyes is being moved off that top line just to shake things up too, because he's come into this league, and I don't like if he's ever sat in the spot and thought that top line spot next to Matthews was given to him. You know, like he needs at least a shock to say, like, this isn't just your spot forever. You don't just get to play with Matthews since you've come and joined this team. So it's good to see him switch up and see him in a different role. I don't think he's taking it for granted at all, but it's always good to just, shake the Etch-a-Sketch a little and see what you got.
You got to try stuff.
Exactly.
What do you think? So to me, the fourth line is clearly Lorentz, Domi, Yarncroke, because I don't even know where I'm assuming Yarncroke and Lorentz are the defensive specialists, and Yarncroke has scored a little bit to start the year, so maybe you find a little offense there. But
is a junk drawer ass line.
But Cowan, I'm
here
assuming
is-
when Lawton comes back, that'll change. But
It says keys and batteries and mints in it.
Joshua, and Cowan. That line is interesting because Cowan gives two objectively slow players a little bit of zip.
Well, and Cowan can play like an asshole.
Yeah.
I hope he takes advantage of that. I hope he puts himself in situations where guys get in his face and punch him in it. And Wah and Joshua decide, oh, that's actually not allowed. We all got together and decided that's not allowed anymore. And that's what gets the team involved. And then the Leafs complain that they have to stick up for the talented young guy, and he gets traded to Florida.
I think I've brought this up before, but what a missed opportunity by Domi. Has the chance to be solidified as the new first line right winger, and then now he's relegated to the fourth line. Missed opportunity.
Well, now he only got a couple games up there.
He should be where Michelli is, for God's sake.
Yeah, but like I feel like if Craig Berube thought he could handle it, he'd get more shots at it.
Yeah,
you know, he's been moving off of guys quick because he clearly doesn't have patience anymore for this. He said it himself. And if you're not getting out there and immediately showing him something, he's not going to wait for you to show him.
How about Vancouver with that second line center problem?
Well, I do wonder, and I've been pro Domi since he got here. I'm wondering if he doesn't find a spot in this lineup here, how long is it before the trade rumors start?
Now, this was the conversation we were having leading into the playoffs last year. We were like, who is this guy? Where does he fit? He steps up in the playoffs.
He sure does.
The numbers back it up. He's a good playoff.
The play backs it up. Look at what he did with Dallas. Forget the Leafs. Look what he did with Dallas.
13 points in 19 games.
Awesome.
Really good. Man, if you can't find yourself a place in this lineup that like needs you, and like specifically your skill set, they lost one of the best playmakers in the league, and they are utterly dogless. You fight and set up plays, and you're doing neither of those things.
I think my issue, though, is that I don't think he's a center. And I've said that since he got here. I don't think he's a center. His best days as a Leaf have never been at center.
It's a failure to have him play center. Of all the things, of all the problems that I thought were solved, like I never even gave Domi playing at center another thought, and they opened the season that way. I know Lawton's hurt. Stop. You have other options. Knock it off.
Mm-hmm.
It's brutal. It's not the best version of him. It's not the best version of your team.
Jesse,
November 1st against the Flyers looks like a day Lawton might be ready just for the Flyers comeback game and all that stuff. But if Lawton's in this lineup, who's the odd man out? Like it's tough.
Cowan?
It's hard to know. Like
they always do that, right?
The players are going to tell us. They're going to tell us over the next few games. Like it's not. I don't think it's a guarantee. It's Cowan. It could honestly be Domi.
Mm-hmm.
Could be Yarncroke. I doubt it.
Because Domi's right now in the Lawton spot.
Yes, he is, and that should make him very uncomfortable. $3.75 million. This is year, 2 of 4? Oof.
I think it's interesting to imagine a guy like Chinakhov. By the way, I don't know why I said he had 23 goals once. The most he's ever had is 16. He had 29 points 2 seasons ago. But this guy is
also not 23.
That's not. No, I don't know where I got that number from. I looked at it last night and I have no idea. Anyway, the guy is a former first-round pick, 2020 draft. Weird draft, but you know.
He was a reach of a pick. He was the story of he was one of the big stories of that night.
He's 6'1", 203 pounds, and has played 1 game this season.
Wow.
So, like, I guess the Leafs offered Robertson for him this summer, and if the Blue Jackets would do that, I think they would have done it. I am curious about that guy. And Lucas Reichel's name has also come up from Chicago because even dating back to when Luke Richardson was a coach, and that's a higher round draft pick too, from what I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
That's a guy they had big expectations for, and it just hasn't worked out. And I think the Leafs clearly this summer said we got to take some bets. Michelli, Joshua are 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
But And Chinakhov would be a third one.
And just
Or
on
Reichel.
Chinakhov, Elliott reported in his 32 Thoughts that they offered Robertson for Chinakhov and they turned that down.
Yeah.
So we know that the deal has to be Robertson plus something or a better player than Robertson. And at that point, I probably wouldn't do that deal.
Why would you offer more than Robertson for a guy that isn't playing?
So I don't know if that's going to go anywhere.
And if I'm not,
Columbus says we want less, or we'll go back to that deal. So I'm not doing that deal for him. So I don't think he's going to be a Leaf.
if I'm not mistaken, unless the Leafs, unless this deal involves more than just those two players, like Columbus would have to retain. He makes more than Robertson, and the Leafs are up against it right now because of all the injuries. He makes 2.1. Robertson's 1.8 flat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, so Columbus is weird, and I don't want to do that.
Lucas Reichel, 6 feet tall, 170 pounds, a little bit smaller in terms of size.
Sure.
23 years old, went 4 or 5 picks ahead of Chinakhov in that 2020 draft. He was the 17th overall pick. He has 4 points in 5 games, but it seems like there may not be a fit there if in Chicago.
They don't need someone who gets 4 points in 5?
I thought they did. I found it. It was Freach that brought it up, man. It wasn't me. I'm not pulling it out of thin air.
Because I know Blackhawks fans have been frustrated with him for a few years now.
Yeah.
And maybe this is the perfect time to trade him because he's playing well. That's another tough one. Like, unless you're willing to take big swings, it's hard to make your team better. And the Leafs don't have the draft capital to go out and make pure buys.
They can't be swingers, is what you're saying.
They can't be swingers. Absolutely, Adam. No, you got to go out there and make a hockey trade.
Interesting. I like from what I've seen from Lucas Reichel, again, most of what I saw from him was when Luke Richardson was still coaching, and also the team's been dog shit, so it's sort of hard to evaluate.
They're watchable now.
They are watchable. They look great.
Yeah.
Nazar's on a tear. It's great.
They're not depressing.
Somebody offered me before the season started Frank Nazar for Evan Bouchard, and I was like, "Are you fucking nuts?" And then I should have taken.
Damn, you're getting your ass kicked.
I should have taken that deal.
That's
in
crazy.
fantasy.
No, you definitely shouldn't.
I know.
You definitely shouldn't. I don't know what's
it's
going on
October.
with Bouchard. Yeah,
but I'm curious about like the Leafs. The way it was described to me is Brad Treliving is the tire kicker in chief.
Yes,
he will kick tires on everyone. He's one of the rare GMs that literally calls other GMs.
What do you do all day?
Brad makes phone calls.
Yes.
So
Chuckle?
and Keith Pelly said mere weeks ago that he's got the ability to make any trade he needs in order to keep this window open and in order to go for it. I'm just not seeing what the Leafs can really offer another team other than Easton Count.
Yeah, no, and you're not doing that. I think they like him too much.
Yeah.
And like Danford, I think is going to have a long NHL career. I just don't think he has tremendous value.
Right.
Like, what are you really going to get there? Like, what would his
tops out as maybe a top 4 guy, but a dependable bottom pairing guy.
Like, what would, if you were to trade him right this minute, would his draft capital be? Like, if he were a draft pick, if you could convert him like currency, what, a second round pick? Nope. You got to get on the phone and you have players. Great news. You have players, right? You got Max Domi.
Mm-hmm.
You do have Kelly Yarncroke. You have Nick Robertson. They're all NHL players. I just, unfortunately, you're going to have to try to find players who don't work with their team and might work with yours. And you got to convince that team that what you're offering them makes sense for them.
So here's a bigger swing idea. It was rumored that the Leafs were in on JJ Peterka this summer, and that part of that offer was Brandon Carlo.
Oh boy. Wow. Did I hate that at the time? Wow. Am I open to it now?
Boy, you're not getting Peterka now.
Well, no,
But
you're
it's got
not.
to be somebody else.
No. Sorry. It's no. I would have done Peterka for Carlo.
Yeah. It wasn't a straight up swap. I want to be clear. Like there would have been more a part of that.
What I hated was, no, you just got him. He's been a good fit. He made Riley better. You paid a fortune for him. A first and mitten? Fuck. And now you're getting rid of him for what? And boy, after the last 2 games, I'm like, you know what? pack your shit. Like I'm so disappointed. I'm so like
There's still time to turn it around.
There is, and he can start by beating the shit out of someone on the Sabres.
And once more teams are disappointed or sure in their direction or whatever, more players would become available. Jesse, we talked a lot in the season preview about the steadying effect that Brandon Carlo had on Morgan Riley's game. When you trade a Brandon Carlo, despite his lack of toughness so far this season, we all agree on that.
Which is pathetic.
Do you then open up another problem with Morgan Riley again? Because now you're going to put him with Philip Myers and he's going to play like he did last year.
Playing whack-a-mole.
I think when you start doing these things, you realize there's a lot of question marks on the Leafs. I don't think they're holes just yet where you say like these are deficiencies in the lineup. But when you start moving things around, you question about like, okay, so you remove Carlo, how's Morgan Riley's game going to hold up? And that's a huge thing about this team where if he's tasked with playing number one defenseman minutes, you got to be sure that he's going to play like a number one defenseman.
Yeah.
You can't have that as a giant question mark. And unfortunately, it still is at this point in his career. Like, this is supposed to be the Morgan Riley resurgence season. And it started off great. First 2 games, probably MVP. And then the next, 4 or 5, it's been just steady, same kind of Morgan. So there's a lot of work to be done with this roster.
You can't be too reactionary because I'm super down on Carlo right now, but like, Boston is retaining on him, and like he's not at an irresponsible number. He has to be better.
Oh, yeah.
He has to be better. There's a lot of guys in this roster who have to be better. Plain and simple.
Today's episode is brought to you by Fabletics. And listen, when you live in activewear, and we do, the good stuff costs a fortune. What if you could get the good stuff without paying the fortune?
Well, Adam, that's a silly pipe dream, isn't it?
It's not, though, because you could be a Fabletics VIP.
What?
And if you were a Fabletics VIP, you get 80% off everything. And so
that's so many percent.
After that membership, you pay the membership, you get 80% off.
Love that.
We love
They
it.
have these lined athletic shorts that sell at some other athletic company for like, I think it's $4,000 for the pair of shorts.
Wow.
At Fabletics, it's not that. It's actually a reasonable price for the line shorts. So
it's less than $4,000.
It is.
Does it have a screen and does it show?
How do they make money?
It's crazy how they charge a reasonable amount for clothes.
I love, by the way, those line shorts because in the summertime, you don't have to wear underwear. Right? Because they are lined shorts. Come on, they're great.
Commando action.
Yeah, exactly. Well, though you're not though, because there's underwear already built in, like a bathing suit that you're not going into the water with. You know.
Right.
Anyway, they're not just about good deals too. Fabletics is also eco-friendly. Half their fabrics are made with recycled materials, and the company has been carbon neutral since 2021, which is more than I can say for SDPN. The carbon emitters that we are.
What do we get there?
You want me to get to this part?
Yeah.
Okay, treat yourself to gear that looks good, feels good, and doesn't break the bank with Fabletics. Go to fabletics.com/STP and sign up to be a VIP to get 80% off everything. That's fabletics.com/STP to sign up as a VIP and get 80% off everything. Fabletics.com/STP. Good times. Good times. Did you guys see Revo v. Rempe last night?
Woo!
Heck of a fight.
Yep.
I listen, I'm going to be a salty Leaf fan for a second and go, where the hell was that last year?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm
allowed to be salty about it. I don't care.
He didn't play very much. People were like, okay, why don't you fight? He fought Olivier. Matthews got indignant that the fans didn't react enough. He never fought again. Literally never fought again.
Played 35 games, only 28 penalty minutes.
He did this in Toronto too.
No, that's what I mean.
No. What I'm saying is he fought his first 2 games as a Leaf.
Yeah, I remember that.
And we were like, what a factor. Like there was the Jack Eye stuff. I don't remember what led to it. But then remember, second game of the season, he killed someone on the Wild.
We were there.
Someone.
We were there. We were at that game.
And won the fight, if I remember correct. I think the Wild got an instigator, and I want to say the Leafs scored on the power play. And we were like, oh, and then he just shut the tap off. He did fight. I think he fought Rempe because he's interested. And also Rempe is a willing combatant. I don't think
Rempe will go anybody.
Yeah, there's not a ton of players in the NHL willing to fight Ryan Reeves these days, which is a problem. That's a problem. No one's willing to help you do your job? All right, well, like Rempe can play. Rempe can play.
Yeah, he can.
I was very impressed when the Leafs played the Rangers.
He was
Rempe
great. He was great against Pittsburgh. I'm not gonna lie. I saw him in person.
Play.
Yeah,
and he's gonna get better. And he's spending all this time trying to be a hockey player, and then he saw Ryan Reeves on the other end of the ice during warmups, and he went, "Oh shit, oh that's tempting," because he's nuts. And then they fought, and it was a great tilt, unreal tilt. I got still give it to Revo,
man. Rempe's not afraid of anybody, but he gets tuned up a lot.
He gets beat the fuck up so much, but he's not scared.
No,
he's not scared. I just don't know how long of a career he's going to have.
As far as hockey stuff,
can we spend a little second there on that game though?
Oh sure, yeah.
Oh my god,
that fight's bad. I hated it. Rempe leaves the game with an upper body injury, like Sullivan says, and then doesn't play the rest of the game. And who knows how long he's gonna be out now.
Your head's on your upper body.
Important, gonna be probably a concussion or something, and gonna be a very important piece of this team with the way they're playing, which is terrible. You need Rempe in the lineup, and he's hurting himself because he's getting into silly fights with Ryan Reeves. Yep. Ridiculous, bad stuff. The Sharks pick up their first victory since we saw them play in San Jose.
In March.
In March. They won 6-5, Macklin Celebrini hat trick. Taylor Radish, only reason the Rangers are in that game. Disastrous performance from that team. They come out, they still haven't won on home ice. This was the first game that they've scored more than one goal on home ice. They're 0-4-1 now.
That's crazy.
They were lucky to pick up those 2 points. And I'm so disappointed in last night specifically because I thought this team wouldn't be doing these types of things with JT Miller as the captain, a season where they're supposed to be good in the locker room, and they come out in this game, 5 shots in the first period. They get completely outplayed by the Sharks, and the excuses after the game from Miller and co are that we underestimated our opponent.
Oh,
I thought that was no BS. I thought it was no BS, Jesse.
In the NHL, that's BS.
Can I read the quotes for you guys?
Please do.
Mike Sullivan said, "This is a good league and there are good players on every team. If you don't bring a certain diligence to your game every night, you run the risk of being beaten. You more than likely will." And that leads to, that's with, he's inferring the penalties they took. I think it was 5 minor penalties they had at one point in the middle of the game. After they'd worked their way back into it, they took a whole bunch of penalties. It was terrible. He also said it's a lack of awareness, situational play, managing the game the right way, controlling those situations is how you win. We obviously have to learn how to win. And then there's a quote here from JT Miller as well that I wanted to read to you guys about not being up for the game. Here, this one is from Sullivan as well. "Shots from the top of the crease, hash marks, guys on the inside. I don't care how good your goalie is. If you're letting up one-timers from there, they're going to score a lot of the time." That was Adam Fox. It's the NHL. I think we got what we deserved tonight.
Damn.
Like, they all know their effort was so poor and that they didn't take the Sharks seriously.
Yeah.
And it's game, 8 of the season? You're already taking nights off? How... Was this not the whole thing about the Rangers where we're not going to take nights off this year because we got JT Miller and we're back and no BS, and you're taking nights off when you're already 0-for at home?
Yep.
I'm down on the Rangers again.
Well,
I don't know if they have it.
Buddy. I think last night we got we got a healthy dose of the truth, Jesse. I think truth is back on the menu, boys.
By the way, Darren Warsofsky or whatever the head coach.
Warsofsky.
Yeah, he said I kept all my children when he talked to the media.
Man, why did he have to apologize?
He knew it was a joke.
Yeah, nobody. Why did he have to?
Can I give you a theory?
Yeah,
his wife got mad at him.
I just can't imagine the team being like, "You need to say."
I think his family was probably like, "Dad, husband." What are you doing?
I don't know if everyone knows
land. It's not the end of the world. Like, I don't know.
So they hadn't won yet, and he was like, "I'd give one of my kids for a win," which is a hyperbolic, ridiculous thing to say. He would not literally be like, "1 win, please," and give one of his children for it, because that's not a thing you can do. That's insane. He's kidding. And then he had to apologize. Ugh. I thought it was, I don't know, it was kind of cringe.
Here was the line I was trying to get to that I found. It's Peter Baugh's article in The Athletic. He did a great summary of the game. He said, Fox said the Rangers might have underestimated San Jose as a team. Miller said they didn't really respect our opponent. And then Peter Baugh added, that's a concerning line of thinking. A team seeking its first win at home can't take any opponent lightly. Like, you're like, what?
No. No. We haven't won at home, and we have it on a tee with respect to the San Jose Sharks.
We're winless in 10 months.
It is meatball up the middle, just up 78 mile an hour fart. And you whiffed.
I want to know your guys' thoughts. If you could redo your rankings of the Rangers, I would personally drop them a spot. Or two, maybe.
Buddy, I dropped the Flames to the bottom of the fucking ocean, and the Rangers. Maybe it's going to take some time. I want to go back to my fantasy draft that I walked into 15 minutes before it happened. I picked Matthews first and Panarin second.
I also took Panarin in one of mine.
Bouchard third. I'm getting fucked.
Oh my God!
Do you think they have it this year?
The Rangers? Listen, man.
Rangers?
Yeah. They don't have it. Until, and this is how I've approached season previews from now on, and I've started to do that a little bit more as we've done more of them. You don't have it until you prove to me you have it.
Yeah.
And they allowed 3 goals in the first period against the fucking Sharks. Now, they got 3 back in the second.
Yeah, because Taylor Radish is good all of a sudden.
Yeah, but
also the Sharks.
You let the Sharks walk into your building?
Yeah.
3 goals?
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
This is who, by the way, when we got to ride the Zamboni in San Jose, who kicked the Sharks' ass that night?
The Rangers.
The Rangers!
Yeah.
6-1! And then Celebrini's car got hit by the bus. That was that night that we were there.
Happened, yes.
Yeah, that did happen.
Yes.
And it was all downhill from there.
It was all downhill. I wonder if the Sharks remembered it. And maybe they didn't take the Rangers lightly.
Maybe
they're looking for their first win, and they're like, hey, and they kicked our ass last time. You know what? Screw these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And they took it seriously.
You got a team from California coming all the way over to New York. You're at home. You don't win at home at all. You need this win for the moral victory, and you shit the bed. Like it's so stupid.
They are bed shitters, man.
Like it's awful.
It's early in the season, but the context of certain games matter.
Yes.
Boy, you'd really, really, really like to win this one.
Yep.
You can't win them all. You cannot. You should win this one. That's a bad one.
Yep. It's rough.
Anyways.
It's rough. Now, the last thing I want to hit before the press conference, and I mentioned my fantasy team. Jesse is mad about this. Steve tweeted about this the other day. And there are a lot of people calling it loser behavior. And I've had this on the show docket all week long, but we've had interviews and bigger stories to hit, so we never had the chance to talk about it. But Jesse, you want to take this one and run with it?
So Yahoo Fantasy, the Yahoo Fantasy app, which is the most standard fantasy app for fantasy hockey. If you have a fantasy league out there, pretty sure it's going to be on Yahoo Fantasy. And this season, they've decided to create a new little feature that's a Yahoo Fantasy Plus thing, whatever it's fucking.
Oh yeah, Jesse, is it a feature?
So they have this new feature that they've given some name, and it's a paywalled feature where you can get suggestions on who to start, and they're supposed to be the ultimate start-sit matchup, and they'll tell you how to do. And while creating this new feature, they've put features that are regular use on your app, they've put them behind this paywall. And the main thing that I assume everybody out there has noticed and that everybody's upset about is a button on your roster that's right there when you're setting their lineups, and when you're setting your lineup and it says start all players for all week.
I just set my lineup right now because I know I'm going to forget.
So there's 2 buttons there, the standard Yahoo app before this ridiculous paywall thing. There's one button that says I'll start active players for today, and it does it for today, and it moves all the guys on your bench who are playing today into your starting lineup, and it sets everything. And then there's also one that does it for the whole week. And then that one's really convenient because it does it for the whole week. And then as you go along with days, you can finesse it, but your whole lineup's kind of set for the week. And that's just a very standard feature. You know, that was for the last, I've been playing fantasy hockey for 15 years or whatever it is for my life. That's just a thing that is a part of the app. You press the button, your lineup set for the week, and then you go about your business. And they've now made that button cost you, I think it's $249 a month.
Here, I can get that for you.
Doesn't matter.
I think it's $290 something. No, it friggin' matters.
Canadian a month. And just the balls on this company who already doesn't make a great app. They've done a lot of feature iterations and they've always made it work.
$292 per month.
There it is, $292.
And you know what? Never to change. If we know anything about subscriptions, it's that they never raise the price. Right,
No, that's going to remain $292 or whatever.
No, once they have your credit card information, that's it.
It's not that they've added anything to make that worth your money. We got a subscription service. It's an added episode of the Steve Dangle Podcast every week. They have taken something from us that was standard on the app and just said, hey, now we're going to charge it $2.92 for it. And it just leaves the worst taste in your mouth.
Yeah, it's awful. I'm in 2 pools this year, which I never do. I am for sure not doing it the whole season.
Well, I think they're trying.
I know me. I'm going to lose interest and I'm going to stop doing it.
They're trying to, I think they're just trying to force you to come back and drive up the hits on their website.
Yes.
But do not subscribe to this.
No.
Okay.
Do not subscribe
don't
to
do
this.
I won't be going back to your website and giving you clicks when I lose interest in the thing you made me hate and stopped doing.
Adam, that's a large portion of this. Some engineer sat there and said, if we take away set your lineup for the week, that means they have to come back to us.
Engineers don't make dumbass decisions like that.
Or some
private equity.
Google made their search worse. It's in court
That's
documents.
True. It's very true.
It's in the federal court system. They know this happened. Google made their search worse because people were finding things too quickly. So the first result was often the thing you needed. It was what you needed. So Google said, what if we made it more difficult so that you had to be more specific in what you're searching so that people would come back to Google more, because they had a perfect indexing platform, and that's why Google is worse. This is factual information.
That's crazy. Jesse, you're being too hard. Google needs the money.
Yeah. A bean counter said Google needs to make more money because they're making money off the ad clicks on the page. So the more people come to the page, the more ad money they can make. So they made indexing the searches you need more difficult. So let's say Blue Jays play tonight and you type in Blue Jays. It used to be that the Blue Jays search, say you wanted...
Did you mean Cardinal?
The game of the time today, right? It used to be that the Google itself would assume you meant Blue Jays because you're based in Toronto. You probably want the game time. It'd show you the first results, Blue Jays schedule or something like that. Now it says, oh no, Google's too dumb. So you think you're talking about the bird. So then you got to come back and type in Blue Jays game time. So then you're coming back to Google more. Yahoo's trying to get it. So, oh, we're going to paywall this feature. You got to come back all the time and use this damn app. And please, don't pay for that feature.
Please do not reward bad behavior.
Absolutely not.
Don't reward them for this.
Make them work for the advertising.
I will
dollars.
never pay for this.
You're
out of your mind.
So what I'll do is I'll manually do my set lineup for the week, because you can go to tomorrow, set active roster. Go to tomorrow, set active. So it just takes me a little longer. I got to go through everything. Yeah. But then I've done a manual set by week so that I don't have to go in and every single time check my line. I'm on that app all the time. I love fantasy. My screen time on fantasy apps a million years.
Sure.
So, but like if you're just somebody who's very passive and the casual person who would like, oh, I'll just throw $2 at this so this is set. Don't do it. Just spend the extra second to do all your week. Yahoo's being a real fucking annoying little bitch about this. They need to stop.
This week, I am in my 2 hockey pools. This week in my 2 hockey pools, I am projected to get 278 points. My opponent is projected to get 228 points. I am playing against someone who is not participating anymore. I'm not kicking their ass. They're not doing it anymore. In my other pool, I'm projected to get 183. The guy I'm playing, who has my face as his icon, is projected to get 130. They are not playing anymore. Mm-hmm. They're not playing. They're abandoning your shitty, very shitty thing. That's what's happening. That's what's going to happen, and it'll look good on you.
That's not going to get them to change, I don't think. Hopefully
What might get them to change is maybe some competition. Like
Yeah.
I just Googled the Rangers during our Rangers segment.
Okay.
And I know, and you know, and Google knows that I'm from Toronto. The chances of me trying to look up the Glasgow Rangers.
Are you joking?
Was that the first result?
Glasgow fucking Rangers.
Yeah, that is intentional by Google.
So I had to delete NY Rangers.
Oh.
And that's what I and
Not even Kitchener.
not even
Kitchener would have made
Not even the
more sense.
Texas Rangers.
Not even the Texas Rangers, Jesse. Fucking Glasgow. No disrespect to Glasgow,
Yeah.
but what are we doing?
Better
here?
not.
And I look at I look at this and I'm like, yo, you know what would really help Google? Competition.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. When you have no competition for something, it tends to make it suck. We need competition. We need people. I need Ask Jeeves back. You know?
And there
How
is,
come people don't Bing things anymore?
it's too late because they knew what they were doing when they implemented this thing. They didn't put this thing in until all of the seasons were underway. It was so darn scummy of them.
Yeah.
This thing kicked in, I think, the second week of the NHL. What are we? 3 weeks in, whatever. Yeah. Like the first week after you drafted, after everybody's already on the app, they said we're going to put this in. It's also 2.5 months into football season, where it's even bigger. Like, forget the hockey people. Like, the football thing is same thing, same garbage. You got to pay money for it. They were like, middle of football season, we kick this in. Everybody's already here. You can't change apps. But there are apps out there. So if you want to next year start somewhere else just to protest the Yahoo app, Sleeper, excellent. Sleeper. I have the Sleeper app just because I get fantasy like news and info and up-to-date stuff from that app because it's so much better than the Yahoo app, which is garbage outside of like the actual fantasy playing portion. Sleeper is actually a robust news app, and it's great if you want somewhere to switch your fantasy league to. I know it's hard to get everybody onto something new. You know, you're 12 guys in there.
But next season,
Sleeper
it is.
Go for Sleeper if you need it.
I didn't even know Sleeper
great.
existed, so this is good. I'm going to download it.
Yeah.
Now, devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Are you guys really shitting your pants because it's $35, $36 a year?
Yes.
I have a lot going for me in my life. I'd rather die.
What?
I would rather die. I'd rather my light be extinguished than ever pay Yahoo for this.
Yeah, I am never giving Yahoo money. And for me, it's not about the money. Like, if I pay for Netflix, you know, that they charge that up to $15, whatever. I can afford the $2. It's about the principle of how they went about this.
Yeah.
And making the feature that's just a thing we all use and putting $2 in front of it. So scummy to do at this portion of the season. And then to think that your app's good enough. And to think that, we all need you. Fuck you.
I mean, dude,
like,
this
we
is
don't need you're fucking
I got to be honest.
shit.
Yahoo, this is the last thing
though?
Yahoo has.
What do you
This
think?
is the last thing Yahoo has.
Yes.
They used to be, they used to have search engine. They still do. They used to have big time website hits. They used to have big time sports journalism, stuff like that. They've cut all that shit. This fantasy thing is the last thing they have. If you're going to fucking grind it down, you're dumb.
Yeah.
There are so many people that can create this.
When
in
do
a
they
minute.
just become an email phishing scam? Like, and because they're
They act like they want to be second place. Like they do act like that. And I'm not in a my hockey fantasy this year is a non-rotisserie league, so it fucking stinks. You set your lineup at the beginning of the week and you're stuck. Because it's with a bunch of people like lawyers and stuff, and they're like, we don't have time to go back and forth.
Fair enough.
But even so, it's not like I'm not blown away by this app. There's so many other things you could see. And by the way, can I just say this? The reports that you get from Yahoo, like where most people are getting their information on who they should start and who they're, I know it's like AI or whatever, but it's really bad. Like, how come at Yahoo, last year I drafted Travis Kelce first and I finished last in the league? I was garbage. Mm-hmm. Yahoo told me that I had an A+ draft. This year,
garbage.
I'm first in the league and I had a D- draft according to Yahoo.
Yeah.
What is the deal?
Football specifically, the majority of people, more people play football fantasy than any other thing in the entire world. And we're all on the Yahoo app because that's main thing, unless we're going to all switch over to Sleeper. there are stupid projections each week about who to start and who to sit. And you guys play in our league, the SDPN one. It's always wrong.
Oh, it's always
bad and wrong. And like the audacity to think that they are good at this or their app is useful. And no, it's just because of history is why we're all here. It's we've always done it this way, so that's how we're doing it right now. But it's so bad.
I never ever hockey, football. There's a reason I actually do okay in football.
Yeah.
And it's because I completely ignore the projected stats because they're done by, I think, a goldfish. And I go by what did they actually do last year? Yeah, a goldfish going, "Hey, ChatGPT, I saw a video of a dog spraying water out of its mouth into an old person's face at their front door. Was it real? ? Send. No, you go by the actual stats that these players put up.
Yeah.
Last season or last week or whatever. Projected. Tui. And I spit on you.
There's little things so like a hardcore user like me, there's little things that Yahoo doesn't do that I think the average user would benefit so much from. Something simple like, have you guys ever playing fantasy football looked up like who's leading points per game at the wide receiver position? Just to be like, oh, who are the top 5 guys this season wide, or who are the top 5 guys in the last 3 weeks in points per game? Because that's a good way to evaluate.
Yes.
That on Yahoo is so difficult to navigate.
It's impossible.
It's impossible to get to.
I hate it.
Would it be easier if it was $3 a month?
Oh, no. That doesn't help that. And like things like Sleeper or even the ESPN app. The ESPN app's decent too in fantasy, but
it's actually okay.
It's decent. It's decent. But the Yahoo app, just anything is so difficult to navigate.
I hope a bully from a preteen 90s show, like a high school bully from a preteen 90s show, shows up at your house and gives you a swirly and a wedgie and shoves you in a locker and just lifts you up by your waistband of your underwear and they put it over your head like Bart Simpson. I cannot believe anyone would be such a loser as to do this, and yet I can perfectly believe it. My faith in everything is waning. I would rather die than pay for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't like if they had some sort of thing that was actually useful, like maybe it'd be worth $2. Yeah. But this isn't it. And like one of their big features of their $2 thing is we'll tell you who to sit and to start.
Yeah.
You're always wrong.
Also,
I'm going to listen to you. Your AI shit.
Fantasy is about bragging rights. If I'm in a pool with someone and they're paying for this and I find out and I beat them.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm going to send shit to their house. I'm going to like pay a clown to show up at their front door and make balloon animals that make fun of them.
Yeah. You paid for Yahoo.
I'm filling your car with popcorn. I'm going to, oh my God. If I find out you're paying for this and I beat you, you're dead.
I love this. Okay.
I don't know. Do you guys have any more thoughts on that?
No more thoughts on that. Let's go to the press conference.
The Presser. SDP. The Steve Dangle Press Conference.
Nobody likes charity.
No.
Charity's dumb and stupid, but if you're one of those losers that thinks it's cool.
Those kids who can fend for themselves, I always say.
I don't understand why they don't just pull themselves up by their bootstraps.
They should.
That's what I did, said son of Marilyn Dennis. I know we got Easter seals happening, and by the way, it seems to be a race to who can get to 1,000 before Adam now, because Maddie did. Maddie got past 1,000. Maddie's, and now Steve's big pushes for Mike Stevens to get over 1,000.
Anyone, I don't give a damn who it is. I think it would be very funny if you went to the Rachel's Raiders page and donated to anyone but Adam.
Nobody.
If you were going to donate $50, I would rather you give $5 to 10 people who aren't Adam. Please, let's see how many here. Who's the closest to 1,000 who's not Adam? So Adam is actually doing quite well. He has raised $619.
And I got a stream tonight, so watch the fuck out.
Yeah, you know what though? Producer Hayden looking pretty good there at $393.
Oh yeah, donate to Hayden instead of Adam.
I think, man, Maddie was like on par with Adam, maybe, and she's at $1,048. Oh my god, that's so good. And the Mike Stevens push yesterday got him to 216. He was at 5.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
So wait, he's gaining on me.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Watch out.
Shit. All
Yeah.
right.
Listen, if you don't hit 1,000, you can't play.
See why charity's lame?
Wow. Yeah, you know what?
Don't donate to
Adam does think charity's lame, and that's why you should donate to someone else
That's
on
right.
Rachel's Raiders.
I only believe in corporate socialism and supporting major companies, not small ones.
Adam is Argentinian.
Yeah, that's right. Now, let's get into the questions. Jess, what do we got?
First thing, not a question, an update. The NHL's dumbest event ever has been canceled.
Great.
The league announced today that due to NHL players being focused on travel and preparation for the Olympic Winter Games in Milano Cortina 2026, there will be no event at UBS Arena in February of 2026 to formally recognize the participation of the athletes. It is expected that each NHL club will organize an Olympic Winter Games send-off for each of its respective players traveling to Italy, with more details to be announced when available. So to recap, the NHL thought it was a good idea that a couple days before everybody goes to the Olympics, they're going to fly all of the athletes into UBS Arena on Long Island, and they were going to throw some big party and celebrate.
They were going to do an All-Star game.
It was it's some
up until a few months ago,
Olympic thing. Yeah.
No, but up until a few months ago, they were billing it as an All-Star game, and then they canceled that, and then the governor of Rhode Island tweeted at the NHL and said, "This is a horrible idea. How can you not be doing this? The Islanders deserve this." And they're like, "Okay, well, we're going to still do a party."
The governor of Rhode Island?
I think it's the governor of Rhode Island. Yeah.
What does that have to do with?
There was a governor that reached, there was like a major politician.
I do remember
Why
that being
was
a
the
politician.
governor of Rhode Island weighing in on the NHL All-Star?
Well, because
Jesse,
it's a major money-making event in the area.
That is not in the top 100,000 weirdest things a politician has done. In the last
this
6
year.
months.
I didn't. Why? Why must they get involved with this? Anyways, finally, the NHL has come to their senses, and they said that the Islanders will host the 2027 All-Star Game, as they always should have, and they should have pushed this thing. The Olympic event is canceled. They're not flying in 200 Olympians or whatever it is to UBS and doing some kickoff event. Everything is how it should have been, but it took a painful way to get there.
So each NHL club will organize an Olympic Winter Games send-off for its respective players.
It's going to be the final game. They're going to be like, good, awesome to Austin Matthews and maybe not probably Morgan Riley at all.
Also,
Goodbye.
Consider
and
this.
Nylander.
Consider this. I don't wish you luck.
Yeah.
I cheer for the Leafs. I don't want Austin Matthews to have a good Olympics. What?
Yeah.
I don't want William Nylander to have one either. I don't want players not on the team that I cheer for to do well.
Calling it an event is so just PR nonsense. It's going to be, hey, there's a Jumbotron video of Austin and Willie.
Yeah, I grew up idolizing Matt Sundin, and I cheered against him every 4 years.
Might I suggest that they keep the ice cold at UBS because the arena is not built in Milan yet.
No.
So they do have
really?
They do have an arena in Milan that seats 4,000, but they're trying to build an NHL-sized one. So because they have a hockey team in Milan, but so I guess they could play there. But
this is how it always goes, though. This is how the Olympics are run. Everything is last minute.
Yeah.
Whether they need to run this thing without the concessions being built or whatever, they always find a way last minute to get it done. So I think there's a lot of fear mongering about like, oh, where are they going to play the hockey? They'll play the hockey.
It's okay. I'm going to ask a ridiculous question. Is university harder than real life?
Why?
I think it might be. Because I remember being told
it was so hard I left.
Well,
not true.
If
job
at the beginning of every class, like the first class, they go, if you submit anything 10 minutes late, and then they would pull out a blade of varying degrees of size, and they would say, you will be beheaded.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, like how is a hockey arena for the Olympics not built yet. I think adulthood is a thing we made up.
And now Jesse is correct. In a lot of these cases, they're building stuff right up until the day of because it is a lot. It is a lot. Like there's a lot that has to be done.
Sure.
Yeah. And they had to push the testing. So testing was supposed to be done, I think, early December for the arena because it was supposed to be built by then. And then now testing is going to be like mid-January, So they're really coming down the wire. But this is how it always is.
Every city who gets the Olympics fought tooth and nail to get them like a decade ahead of time. How is it never ready?
Because as soon as you get it, then there's a bunch of politicians and people in the middle who are like, how do I make money off this? I got to make some money off it.
The idea is just too good.
And I think
that's literally the Olympics with politicians.
100%. Yeah. So there's like, I'm going to hand out these construction contracts to my friends. And I've got a guy in the planning committee and he's going to get a bump here. There.
I want a new community center in my town. This is a way to get it.
Yeah.
We're doing infrastructure.
Like one group that did it really, really well was Vancouver. One of the best run games of all time. And what they did smartly was we're going to build stuff that we're going to use later.
Yeah.
And Toronto did the same thing with the Pan Am games. They built stuff that like the Athletes Village is now condos. They built a whole district.
U of T Scarborough has that swimming facility.
Yeah. And they were like, we're also going to do Union Station, but they got that wrong because they weren't done. It looks amazing.
Yeah, because the construction workers dogged it, allegedly. According to people I know from the police, allegedly.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Allegedly.
Adam. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Calm down. You
I don't
believe
know
everything
enough
you
about
read on the
construction.
internet that happens in front of you from my face? Come on.
And Jesse, any questions?
Yeah. This one's from Big Bad Diddums. Big Bad Diddums.
I
says,
love this name.
Hey, Adam.
Oh.
Hey, Adam, you bitch. How you feeling about that Iser plan now, buddy? He didn't add the B word part.
Yeah. That was sent October 20th. So I think that was 3 days before getting absolutely thunder pumped by the Islanders.
What did the question say?
Adam.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
Well, I'm sticking up for my friend because I said their shit too.
Detroit Red Wings, 2023 October. 6-3-1. You know what they were in November that year?
What?
6-4-2.
Woo!
Man. But then December was 5-9-1. But that was balanced out by 9-2-2 in January and 7-3-0 in February. And then March hit 3-9-2.
You know,
I don't know how many times I need to tell Red Wings fans. Listen, you can tell me Red Wings make the playoffs this year, and Red Wings fans can come at me and they can dunk on me. How long has Steve Yzerman been there? That's right, since before Tampa won its first cup with Stamkos, right? Right? So we're talking about 5 years since he left Tampa to come here, and this is year 6. So if you guys make the playoffs this year, it's still a failure of the Yzer plan. It's still a failure. It's great for the team, but it's still the Yzer plan has already failed. And so the reality of the situation is, again, it's October, and I've seen this movie with the Red Wings before.
Listen.
I got the same shit in October and November 2023, and I was right.
Hey, Justin Hall's pretty good, isn't he, guys?
Okay.
Listen.
Okay.
I think the Red Wings...
286 winning percentage in March of 2024.
The Red Wings are a great story to start the season. Emmett Finney is one of the best stories in the league. I'll be the first person to congratulate the Red Wings later in the season when it is more obvious that this is a permanent thing.
Don't do it in February, though.
If not, I got my notepad out. Don't you worry. I don't expect your apologies. I don't need it either. Your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer.
And
that is Justin Hall.
I don't even have any animus towards Red Wings fans. I'm just saying, dude, don't talk to me 6
I didn't have any either.
You haven't played one playoff game and say, what do you think of the Yzer plan now? I think the results speak for themselves, guys. Oh, cool. Great job.
And the heroes of Shelbyville rose up. Now let's all celebrate with a warm glass of turnip juice.
I know.
Like, I don't understand it.
Okay.
I don't understand it. And,
I'm fine with it.
I would be, put in their shoes, I'd be on your ass.
No, you wouldn't.
I'd be on your ass.
Steve.
What?
Jesse, forget Steve. I'm not even going to go to you. I'm going around you to Jesse. Jesse, do you think that the Leafs, 1 month of good Leafs hockey after, say, 5-year, in Detroit's case, 10-year playoff absence, would be enough for Steve to be on my ass 5 years into the Yzer plan? If he were a Red Wings fan?
What do you mean?
Well, he's talking about Steve.
Because they're off to a hot start.
Yeah.
And if my team was off to a hot start, after everyone talked about how shit they were, I'd be on your ass.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Without the context of the last 5 years?
No.
I think
the Leafs have humbled you.
What if they had to cheer about?
I think a win is a win. And you can be a fan and reactionary and say we're off to a good start. I think it's a little early to be buying your playoff tickets for
not for that guy.
For Little Caesars.
No.
I don't think you buy your Little Caesars playoff tickets right now.
Yeah.
But it's fair to say they're looking decent right now.
I think Emmett Finney jersey, Stanley Cup final patch on the chest.
If I can do one thing, I would replace Detroit with where I had Ottawa in the standings right now. If I'm looking ahead to this season, I think Detroit's going to have a better season than Ottawa.
I tell you what, they could fall off and still make the playoffs because I did not realize the Atlantic was this open.
Hey, the Atlantic,
Boston's ass. Tampa's good. Florida's good.
Hagel
Toronto's question mark.
Yeah, question
Dude,
mark.
I have a question about Tampa.
Okay.
Hagel isn't doing anything. I think he's still hurt from last year, honestly. Like,
maybe.
Remember how Tavares was the year after the traumatic head injury? He was still good, but not as good. I think Tampa's gettable. I think Florida's gettable right now. It's just Florida has a big group of bastards all the way through their lineup, so they're not going to let you beat them physically.
Buffalo's a little better.
Buffalo's looking better, and they're motivated, which is scary against the Leafs for tonight.
Sure.
But the Pacific and the Atlantic are two of the most shit divisions right now. And you've got the Montreal Canadiens feasting on it, as they should. That's a good team. Detroit taking advantage, as they should. They're not a great team, but they're better than what we're seeing from anybody else. And I look at the I don't think Tampa's that good. I said that this year. I think Boston they're about where you would think, middle of the division.
No, they're not. They're at the bottom.
Well, they're at the bottom. I think they're
ahead of Tampa. They're on a 6-game losing streak. Fuck. Tampa, I think Tampa's good, but
I don't think they're great.
Where they are right now would back up what you think because they're below Boston. They're last in the division. Matty, you can bring that up.
Wow.
They're 1-4-2 on the season. This is a 7-game standings check, people. Tampa's last in the Atlantic, 1-4-2 in 7 games. Boston, though, played 9 games and they're 3-6. Like I said, 6-game losing streak after starting the year on 3-0. Buffalo's fought back to 3-4. Ottawa's 5th at 3-4-1, 7 points. Toronto 3-3-1, 7 points. Florida's 4-5, 8 points. Detroit in second, 5-3, 10 points. And Montreal's in first place, 6-3, 12 points.
So you're giving me shit over a team that's played 1 extra game and is 3 points. There's a 3-point spread.
Wait a sec. Can you go back to that?
If I cheered for if this was
you can throw us in there.
if this was a podcast based out of Tampa Bay, you can dunk on me. What are we talking about here?
One Atlantic Division team has a positive goal differential?
Yeah, dude, we stink.
That's genuinely difficult.
That's the same in the Pacific.
2 teams are above 500.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Division sucks, dude.
Atlantic sucks.
Wow. Yeah, so Atlantic and Pacific suck. Yeah. And by the way, let me just say this. Wow. I loved reading the quotes out of Ottawa this morning. I don't know if you guys saw this, but
no.
Thomas Chabot was like, we fucking hate losing. And I was like, thank you. At least somebody gets, it's like Toronto. It's like, well,
worst goal differential.
Can I just say this? Anthony Stoller's telling me.
Do you think they like losing in Toronto?
No, but I need them to say it.
I don't know, but they don't hate it.
They don't hate it enough,
They don't hate
Jesse.
it.
You know what? You know what Anthony Stoller said after the last game? He said, I thought we did a lot of good things last night. Fuck off, man. Nobody thinks that.
No one
You cannot think that.
He couldn't go back to the well.
Yeah, you can.
You could say it's not good enough. Anthony Stollers deserves a letter. I know the goalies can't wear one, but he deserves a letter for that friggin' speech after the Seattle.
Did they make a Luongo rule? Or he was captain?
He was captain. He just couldn't wear a letter.
Yeah.
That's because they can't skate to the thing and talk to the refs or whatever. Vancouver's so weird. Why would you do that? You knew that was the case. You're like, no,
Brodeur
fuck it,
did
we're
it
doing
too.
it anyway.
Brodeur did
He
it
was
too.
not a captain.
Yeah, he was.
Assistant?
No, I'm pretty sure he was capital C
What?
captain.
What?
It was super brief. I'm
Really?
almost positive.
Oh wow, you talk.
Hey, that's
Google
that's,
it.
There's
Google
I
or
will.
just accept it as truth.
yeah.
Just accept it.
Put it into Chat GPT, which is a better version of Google.
I don't know.
Less accurate.
No, if anybody out there, don't use ChatGPT for sports because it imagines
terrible.
stats all the time.
Oh, it's wrong.
You
Terrible for
can't
sports.
do sports stuff. It's so bad.
I'm
I think-
almost positive Brodeur and Luongo were captains within a short period.
Pretty sure Hayden in our football pool, by the way, Hayden, the producer for a lot of my streams, used ChatGPT to draft his football lineup, and he's fucking last
He's
place.
dog
It's
shit.
worse than Yahoo.
He is.
Steve, I think you're
Dog water.
swinging a miss on that.
Oh, damn it!
I had not heard
I
that.
thought they named him captain. I thought he
can't-
was captain really briefly.
I'm Googling it and I can't find any evidence of
Really?
Martin Brodeur named captain or
I could
captain.
have swore.
Google AI assistant says he was never captain.
Google AI assistant can kiss my bottom.
I'm going through the Wikipedia page too, typing
Wikipedia is
captain.
exponentially better.
No, there's nothing on here
Damn.
about.
All right. Well, I thought he was captain. I was
No,
wrong.
I think you made that up. Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh, Atlantic garbage. Hot ass.
Hot ass.
I think Tampa's gonna rebound. I think they're too talented to not rebound. But
I'm not a
if
believer.
we're looking at Detroit making the playoffs, there is a lane, and it is.
Oh,
a,
yeah.
it is a 8-lane highway filled with like the Montreal Canadiens who are good, and maybe nobody else. So like, there's an avenue for them to make the playoffs.
Yo, this is why I think this is what pisses me off so much about the Leafs is they have a fucking golden opportunity. This is why I had them winning the division.
Yeah.
And this is why when people are like, well, Marner's not here, what are they going to do? Guys, these fucking assholes have so much talent still without Marner. Don't let them off the hook with, oh, but Mitch is gone. Sorry. No, you have so much talent on this team. You're the only team with a healthy top 6 outside of Montreal. And by the way, you've got 2 legitimate top 6 centers. Montreal does not. They got 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at the Leafs and I'm going, guys, you need to learn to play 60 minutes. You've never had to learn to play 60 minutes. Now is the time. You learn this, you will go far in the playoffs.
You know what's going to be crazy? So they might just be fine. They might be good. They might be bad. But a lot of their games coming up are on the same day as the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
And I am locked in on the Leafs. That is my job. Once this World Series is over, win or lose, I'm very curious for what they're going to be, because it's going to be a fan base that's been checked out. And
they're not getting near enough shit for this right now.
There might be some people who in a week from now are like, they're 4 games below 500. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
How did that happen?
I don't think that's going to be the case.
I
think they
freaking
might
hope
beat
not.
500, but I don't like they're. Why would they be 4 games under 500? I don't
Because
think
they lost all their games.
I don't think that's happening.
Well,
I think Steve's larger point is very true that people are going to tune in this city after the World Series and everything and be like, oh, I'm now watching the Leafs for the first time in 2 weeks and I don't like what I see.
they could win 3 of the next 4 in convincing fashion, and everyone comes out of the World Series haze and goes, oh, that's pretty nice. I like that. Or the Raptors could be off to a good start or something like that. But every other team in the city, like, now's your chance. If you want to sneak in a trade that you don't think is going to be popular, like, no one's paying attention to you. We've never been in this position where the Leafs are like so thoroughly second fiddle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Raptors was different. Like, your season's over, theirs isn't. But the Leafs are currently playing games and no one cares.
Nope. And the Raptors had a huge win. I know Atlanta sucks, but had a huge win in their first game.
You can only play the team in front of you, and Atlanta was standing there.
Everybody in the Metro, except for the Rangers, has a positive goal differential. That's a good division.
So they're the opposite of the Atlantic.
Yeah, and look at the Pacific. Same thing.
Oh yeah,
What-
Pacific.
Just Vegas. Just
no,
Vegas.
and Anaheim.
Oh, that's new.
yeah,
That's new.
yeah. Anaheim
Where's,
positive.
hey, yo, look at that. Anaheim Ducks, 4-2-1.
It goes Vegas, Seattle.
I'd like that
Vegas,
record.
Seattle, Anaheim are
Guys,
the top 3 Pacific teams.
Yo, Orange County, hear me now. Ducks, playoffs. It's happening.
You got to defend Adam from all the Red Wings fans being mean to him. You got to beat him up.
Former Red Wing Pat Verbeek, the Verbeek plan.
The Vegas Golden Knights and the Colorado Avalanche still haven't lost in regulation.
That's crazy.
Psycho.
Yo,
That's
the
cool.
Avs are, honestly, the
Plus
Avs are
9 goal differential.
I think the Avs are going to win a cup this year.
Oh, and Vegas is plus 10. Oh,
I think the Avs will they're going to win the cup.
Jesse.
Yeah.
Can I see the Metro again?
Yep.
Okay. So
Carolina lost for the first time. Was it 2 nights ago or something?
Wow. Good for them.
Winning can really mask a shitty start. I've played 7 games. I have no goals. I have no assists. I have no points. I'm a -3. Who am I?
Ovechkin.
Andrei Svechnikov
Whoa, really?
I was looking at the Metro. I just guessed.
shit.
Has Ehlers scored too? Because I know there's some people complaining.
I don't know. And also, who cares? They're 6-1.
Yeah.
You know?
My team's winning. Who cares?
Exactly.
Eventually, you got to get it going, though.
Yes, you do. But
not yet.
He has been
Ehlers,
not good.
7 games, 0 goals, 2 assists.
Wow.
Like,
is it all Jackson Blake? Like,
dude,
what the hell's going on?
It's
Ehlers
Seth Jarvis,
and
dude.
Svechnikov.
Seth Jarvis is going
He's
fucking
on
bananas.
fire. Yeah.
Ehlers and Svechnikov combining for 2 points through 7 games. They should not be 6-1.
You know,
here we are.
Who's also decent? Logan Stankoven. He's been putting up some
the stank.
numbers. Yeah.
By the way, Seth Jarvis has 7 goals in 7 games.
Unreal.
Meh. He's that's Justin Brazo.
Leaf pick. Seth Jarvis.
Just kill me.
Ha
Kill me with a
ha.
large trident.
All right. Is that it for us today?
That's it.
Yep.
Okay. Hey,
Detroit playoffs. Here we go.
remember this weekend there are 4 streams. Jesse and I tonight, almost concurrent, and then Steve tomorrow with Jesse, not concurrent. Steve will start first at 5 o'clock. That's when the Leafs play. Jays play just after 8 o'clock.
8:08 first pitch.
And they actually mean that. Not like in hockey where it's like, yeah, it'll be like 8:15, 8:20, like whatever.
The Steve Dangle Podcast. Follow the guys on Twitter at Steve_Dangle, at Adam WYLDE, and at Jesse Blake. Connection complete.